Sorry about that. Had the wrong thumbnail the whole time. Anyways, we're live now again. Shout out to Mike. I guess the blog got it right. He texted me on the Discord about this thumbnail. I fucked up. My fault for my end. But it doesn't matter. We're here now. Alright, let me go ahead and drop the link again and pin it from my phone. Sorry about the confusion. It happens. But we're back for football. I gotta set. During the stream, I'm likely gonna have to set up the other streams anyways. I'm only gonna set up a preseason because the regular season I don't want to have this thumbnail with the restream thing on. So I'm just gonna set up a preseason only in the background while I'm watching this game too. I'm only setting up for the preseason games. Then once I pay it, I'll set up for the week 1 games and so on. All right. Now let's try. All right, there. It's up now. Anywho, let me go on my phone now. Anyways, I'm live now, so I can just go pin the link. There we go. Link pinned already. All right. Anyways. All right. 15 minutes to game time. But whatever, yeah. All right, let me delete the other stream. There we go. Deleted. We're back on live anyway. All right. You see how this texting works. I can set up the scoreboard at least. See if I can at least set up a scoreboard. It says notes. Oh, it doesn't do anything. Just writes down background notes. What, you can't add text? Don't tell me you can't add text to here. Not like I don't need it, but for the time being, I could use the text. Still figuring out how to work out StreamYard. Oh, I'm fucking restream. Captions? Hang on. Primary text. Let me put yo just to check it out. What does this do? Oh, it's just a small little text right there. Whatever. I'll just. All right. I'll just set up the scoreboard then. How about this one now? Yeah, there it is. Same as StreamYard. Okay, but it's slightly smaller. What's a ticker? Hang on, let's see how the ticker works here. Oh, it's the same as StreamYard. Okay. Well, I have this for now. That's all that matters. I got this for now. All right. Or how many minutes? Oh, 11 minutes. Just leave the chat. All right. Let me go on my other phone. I gotta set up the scoreboards for the other games for preseason. I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. Left my other charge phone, then my other phone charge, and then this one. Set up the thumbnails on Restream. I already got the Giants game so far, but now I gotta do the others. All right. Hang on, what games did I said I was gonna do for preseason? Let me check. Yeah, I said Bengals and Eagles. I know I said the Commanders and Patriots. Commanders and Patriots. Bengals and Eagles. Let me put my TV volume up a little. Background noise. I dropped the link in case y'all want it, but yeah.
Lost their lives that day, and there was,
oh yeah, they're talking about the shooting. Sorry for those people that were affected in that shooting down in downtown Manhattan with the NFL headquarters. My condolences to the families lost. By the way,
the employees from our neighbor organizations in the building. It's just heartbreaking for all of us. It's devastating. Our employee, I saw yesterday in the hospital, is stable and improving. Got to spend about an hour with him. An amazing young man. So we're optimistic about his recovery, and I think that's good news for all of us in the NFL, and obviously our hearts continue to be supportive with their family. He has a young family, had a chance to meet his brother and parents. I think it's something that is really hard for all of us to understand and to deal with.
Well, 72 hours later, we learn more facts about the killer. We know that he has a documented history of mental health issues. We also know he played high school football. We can't say that there's any connection there, but in the notes that he left, he did intimate that the NFL was the target in this senseless killing. How does that sit with you as the head of the organization?
Right now they're interviewing Goodell about the thing, yeah. Interviewing Goodell to Rico now.
Well, it's a difficult thing, particularly when you're dealing with a senseless act like this. There are no excuses for those senseless acts. They're hard for all of us to understand. When it inflicts pain on people you know and people you care about, people that you deal with on a daily basis, that's particularly hard. But as you know, these acts of senseless violence and hatred.
Okay, so those 3 games. And then August 15, Seahawks and Chiefs.
This should just not be happening, but we all have to continue to be vigilant.
Seahawks and Chiefs. And then we got Giants and Jets. Alright, so Jets and Eagles, Ravens and Commanders. Those are the last 3 games for me to look up.
For the league, what has that been like, and what kind of folks have you heard from over the last 72 hours after this has happened, trying to offer their support to candidly an organization that we look forward to, or look to, I should say, very often to help lift us after something like this happens. Usually the games go on, and that's an on-ramp of some sort to getting back to normalcy. But now you're the ones who are trying to put the pieces back together.
Yeah, thank you for saying that, Mike. It's difficult, but I will tell you, the outpouring of support we have had from people all over the world, from government leaders to partners to our players, past and current, to our teams, coaches, and owners, just so many people that have just been outraged by this just tragic circumstance, and that's heartwarming for us, and it's good to know people are behind us. We do believe that the NFL brings people together, and we are going to continue that. We are going to be lifted by our own efforts to bring the National Football League to our fans. It's something that I think our employees take great pride in. That's why those folks are there tonight.
All right, 4 minutes to game time. Right now it's just Goodell speaking on the shootings that unfortunately happened.
I think that will be healing, hopefully, for our employees. But also remember, this attack is far more than on several individuals. This is an attack on humanity. It's an attack on our communities. This is an attack on New York. This is an attack on our way of life. And all of us have to do more and make sure that we're doing everything to get help to people who need help, and also to take the necessary precautions. I assure you, our employees are going to work hard. We're going to carry on, maybe with broken hearts, but we will carry on.
Thanks again to the commissioner for his time, and our thoughts remain with the families of the victims and all those affected by Monday's events. Minutes away from kicking off a big weekend at the start of the 2020 kickoff is next.
All right.
Hi, I'm referee number 2. So sorry I'm late. Violation. Red, card, and cut. So this is your car, huh? Yeah. I guess how much are we paying this guy?
All right. I'll be in the background tab setting up the other streams. I'm gonna have to set it up from my computer because apparently it sucks setting up streams on phone. I'm gonna try computer. I'm just uploading the files right now to the yeah.
And with the help of our stylists, you'll find the perfect pair from our large selection of frames. For a limited time, get a complete pair of eyeglasses, including polycarbonate lenses for only $99. Start the school year right by visiting us at CohensFashionOptical.com to book your eye exam today. Cohen's Fashion Optical.
From Storm Team 4, this is a weather update.
The intensity of today's storms have decreased. Most of them have moved offshore. We do still have some rain left over and a few warnings left over too because of flooding that's still happening in some spots. Ocean County, Cape May, Burlington, Atlantic counties still under a flash flood warning there. And also over parts of Long Island, Suffolk County, you still have a flash flood running around Brookhaven, but most of the storms are moving away. We'll have a complete storm update after the game.
Good evening, and welcome to
There it is. All right, opening. Finally here. After this long wait, we're finally started. What's up, Crazy Juice? Oh, introducing a Hall of Famers, Jared Allen. Yeah, there it is, Jared Allen. Got inducted to the Hall of Fame. Damn, he still looks younger. Jared Allen. Damn, he does not look like he's aged. Sterling Sharp. Oh, Shannon's brother, Sterling, older brother, got inducted. So that Sterling Sharp. Eric Allen. Played for the Eagles, Saints, and Raiders. All right, let's see who else made the Hall of Fame. Antonio Gates, yep, deservingly. For the Chargers tonight, yep.
NFL fans, the Pro Football Hall of Fame enshrinement class of 2025.
Not that much people this year. But a good class, though, even though it's small. Yeah, they're just introducing the Hall of Famers, Crazy Juice. That's it. They're just introducing them now, yeah. Hasn't even kicked off yet. You already know they don't start on time. Yeah. I just set up the scoreboard, even though it just says it, yeah. They haven't started yet. I just set up the scoreboard earlier. And they'll keep avoiding Roger Craig. Now you know how I feel when Eli Manning got snubbed. I'm still waiting for Eli Manning to get him, but they're not going to do that. Or Tom Coughlin. So, yeah. Unless they want to do, they want to introduce him along with Coughlin. That'd be nice. And we get a Giants preseason Hall of Fame game with Coughlin and Eli being the main headers. A ticket.
Talking a lot of Lions in the state of Michigan. Michigan's Jim Harbaugh won the national championship with Wolverines 2 years ago. Last year, comes to the Chargers, 6 wins to 11. And this team this year, it's starting to look like a Jim Harbaugh-esque team.
And how many times, like, seriously, have we gone, man, this Chargers team, they could have a chance, and then it doesn't happen, right? And this year I'm thinking these Chargers, they could have a chance, and this year I kind of believe it. Because this is built in Jim Harbaugh's image. They're bigger, they're stronger, they're faster. They're already good last year, they're better right now.
And one of the guys we're going to see is their first-round pick, their running back, Marion Hampton. Ready for football? We're waiting a long time. We'll get to it, and we'll hear from the new class of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. It's a great night. It's the return of the NFL. Glad you're with us from Canton, Ohio, on NBC.
Let me upload the files now.
Summer adventure awaits in a rugged new hunt. The Kelly Blue Book Best Value brand. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into your local Honda dealer today during the
Let
summer.
me upload the files
At Northwell, we can treat
so I can set up the preseason games. The very few preseason games I'm doing.
We can treat microsprains, chest pains, demons, brains. We can all agree there's one thing we shouldn't have to treat. Kids are safe when a gun is locked up. Northwell, raise health. Eczema isn't always obvious. Eczema isn't always red. But now,
Alright, sorry about that.
going to stop you with Endless. Endless is a once-monthly treatment to help those with moderate to severe eczema find real itch relief and real results.
Game still hasn't started yet. They're on commercial break, but yeah.
Don't use if you're allergic to Endless. Allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Eye problems can occur. Tell your doctor if you have new or worsening eye problems.
Wish they let me do the fucking restream. The one thing I hate about restream so far is when you're setting up streams, they're forcing you to go in a studio. You can't just simultaneously like StreamYard set up multiple streams like in a quick typing. That's the one thing I have a gripe with. Unless it's different on the PC, then I have a gripe with that. That's the only thing I have with Restream. That they don't allow you to set up multiple streams multiply fast like StreamYard did. Like I used to last year, so that's the only gripe I have.
Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into your local Honda dealer today during the summer event. From Storm Team 4, this is a weather update.
We continue to track what's left of the storms on Live Storm Tracker 4. Most of the heavy rain has moved offshore now, and not much is happening over New York City. There's some showers off to the north near Monroe that may pass through the Hudson Valley. These were storm reports from earlier today. All the flooding across New Jersey, the Burke, and Long Island, too. Now the heavy rain is moving out over the ocean, and we will have a complete Storm Team 4 update after the game. Enjoy.
Today's Hall of Fame game is brought to you by Novartis, official partner of the NFL. Together,
Oh, you can't duplicate.
NBC Sports celebrating its 20th season of Sunday Night Football. Welcome to the
Alright, the intro's now, so I think it's about to start now. They did the little intro.
Earlier this week, the world witnessed an unimaginable act of violence at the New York City home of the NFL and neighboring businesses. We salute the heroism and bravery of law enforcement and security officers who responded to assist all those in the building. At this time, please stand and join us in a moment of silent reflection to honor the 4 innocent lives tragically lost, including NYPD Officer Islam, and those who survived and are recovering both physically and emotionally from this horrific tragedy.
R.I.P.
Thank you. And now, to honor America, please remain standing as Staff Sergeant Ken Bettinger of the Ohio National Guard performs our national anthem.
Alright. Alright. Oh, the fighter jets. Alright.
Start to the season. Our thoughts with all of those impacted by Monday shooting, especially the many people we know and interact with who work in the league office, folks you don't see but who make this league the success it is. All of you are on our minds collectively as we start the season here tonight. The season is year 5 for the Lions head coach Dan Campbell, who spoke with Melissa Stark a short time ago.
The Lions coming off a historic season, Dan. It didn't quite end the way you might have hoped. But what do you folks
What's up, Kenny? Alright. Game should be starting shortly. They're just interviewing the coaches now. Campbell, right now. You know what? I'll do it after the stream's over. Yeah, I'll probably do the editing. I'll just set up the streams after this. Fuck it. I can't do multiple things at once. Well, actually, for this scenario, yeah. Fuck it. Alright. I'll set up the other preseason streams later after the stream. Alright, kickoff underway. So, the Lions will get the ball first. We're going to get the battle of Hendon Hooker versus whoever their backup is in LA. Oh, he fumbled already! Oh, wow. We barely got the game started. He fumbled already. Who got the ball? Oh, the Chargers got it. Oh, wow. Horrible special teams. Already. Harbaugh celebrating. Chargers inside the 25 already. Oh, he bumped into his own player. It bounced off the back part of 41's back plate, and it popped out. Ah, damn. He ran into his own teammate. The guy on the fucking return team for the Lions. Hang on, they're reviewing it? Now the booth review. They're checking to see if the knee was down. Let me check the replay. Even though this is a preseason, I don't know. I guess they're practicing, even though it won't make much of a difference. All right, was the ball loose? The knee's down, but there was no indication if the ball lost or not, so I think they're going to give it back. I mean, hang on. From this camera angle, was it out? Oh, never mind. That's coming. Never mind. That's a fumble. Now I saw from a different angle. Yeah, that's a fumble. The knee was halfway almost down. It wasn't completely down. Never mind. It's a fumble. Yeah. Once you saw the other camera angle, yeah, his knee wasn't down once the ball started slipping out. All right. Looks like the Chargers should have this. Other camera. Yeah, rolling on the field stands fumble, as I suspected. Too obvious, even though it's preseason. All right. Who's number 5 here on the Chargers? Oh, Trey Lance, Niner legend Trey Lance. Oh wow! So that's where Trey Lance went. Niners legend gets a screen to the 20, out to 9 yards for number 89. For Trey Lance, Niner legend Trey Lance. There he is. God damn. 2nd and 1 now. Here we go. Inside the 19. Snap here. Handoff. Flag on the play. Gets a first down for the time being. But I think that's coming back if it came from the line of scrimmage. That might come back, or it might be a defensive call. We'll see. Defensive offside. Penalty decline. First down. The legend Trey Lance. Yeah, you saw crazy juice. The Niner legend Trey Lance. the Niner legend that half of your fan base went to war crimes over just to say Trey Lance is good and defend them and shit. They committed war crimes in his name just to be wrong. War crimes. All right, anyways. Snap here. Handoff. Is that Amari and Hampton? Amari and Hampton, the rookie, picks up 9. All right, let's see if this rookie can score. The first round pick for the Chargers here, Amari and Hampton. I mean, Kenny, for fantasy purposes, I'm glad they are. For fantasy, I got to get a look at these guys, and that's why I'm doing preseason as well, to get a look at the half of the guys and the idea of the depth chart for half of these guys for fantasy purposes. Oh, he bobbled the snap, Trey Lance! And he gets on top of it, loses a yard, 3rd and 3. Zion Johnson, center. 4th season for them. All right, here we go. Shotgun formation here. Motioning Disley. Snap here. Handoff to Hampton. Hampton, and he's short. And it's going to be 4th and 1. Thought he was going to cut the corner, cut in, and get his first touchdown in the NFL, but no. Anyways, fuck it. It's preseason. Go for it, honestly. Worst case, you'll pin him back. It's preseason. You practice these for scenarios. I would go for it on 4th and 1. 4th and 2 here. Yeah, they're going for it, I figured. It's preseason. Play action. Lance looking to the right. Touchdown. Will Disley with the catch. Touchdown Chargers. Niner legend Trey Lance scores. That was an easy touch pass right there. Had him wide open on that tight end play. All right, PAT. Straight uprights, it's good. Will Disley was my boy in fantasy last year. I had, for tight ends, I forgot who I had. Probably, I think it was Dalton Kincaid. Yeah, it was Kincaid. I had Kincaid for fantasy. I remember that. I had both Tyrone and fucking Malik, so let's see if I can pull off magic and get one of those two guys in fantasy. I already know they're going to target Malik early. He's probably going to be one of the top 3 rated wide receivers in fantasy because of the targets he always gets. Malik Neighbors. So yeah. But if I can get him around 11, I'll take him over a running back, to be honest. If he's going to consistently get the ball and he's the lifeline of the Giants offense. But running backs, there's a lot to go by. I'm eyeing a guy like Kyron Williams. I'm eyeing a guy like I doubt Saquon's going to – I think Saquon will be gone. Guys like McCaffrey might slip to 11 because of the injury thing. But I think he's prone to have a bounce back here, so there might be some value with Christian McCaffrey at 11 in my fantasy draft. In case, he falls because of the injury, so his draft stock might fall, so I might be able to get a good value pick at 11 if McCaffrey stays healthy. So there's a lot of options you can go in fantasy. I've been playing fantasy for 6 years now. I've had about 2 titles, so I know how the runnings, I think, go in. I've won 2 titles already in fantasy on multiple leagues, so I've got an understanding of how to build a team. There's a lot of value that goes down, so yeah. Can't wait for that, especially – I'm looking at FanDuel right now for fantasy props because I'm trying to do what I did last year, but I almost won $1,000. I almost literally won $1,000 off of if only CeeDee Lamb didn't get hurt at the last week of the NFL season or the last 2 weeks. It was literally 50 yards away. He was literally 50 yards away from winning me $1,200, CeeDee Lamb, which is the more pissed off part for me. Well, tell him to send the link then. We'll see. Anyways, yeah, I'm a 2-time winner already for fantasy leagues. I went to the finals last year and I lost by 6, but whatever. I went to the finals last year in my other league. I have an understanding for how draft stock works for fantasies and also trading. So yeah. All right, he held on the ball this time, so Detroit's first possession coming up now. All right. Here comes Hendon. Is that Hendon Hooker? Oh, Kyle Allen. Commander legend Kyle Allen's in right now. They didn't put Hendon Hooker yet. Commander legend Kyle Allen. Played for the Steelers one game. Yep. Kyle Allen. Anyways, ball to 35. Hand off to the left. Who's this? Number 13. I know it's not. Who is this? Who is this? Reynolds. Chase Reynolds, I think. Yeah, you don't see Montgomery or Gibbs. And I think it's a face mask. Never mind. It's offense. Silstra acquired from the Panthers with a holding call. All right. So I don't see any of the starters. They're just backups I don't see any of the starters on Detroit as expected. Let's see. Handoff. Reynolds picks up a yard. All right. 2nd and 19. Anyways, back to the thing I was talking about. So here's what I'm looking at for fantasy props for betting, because I'm going to put a lot of money down. But after I heard the news about Terry McLaurin asking for a trade, I might have to pipe the brakes on that or switch out for a different leg for one of my props for 1,000 yards. Here's what I'm eyeing so far. Like, I want Josh Jacobs to rush for 2,500 to 1,250. I have Bucky Irving getting 1,000. I wish they had Tyrone, but they didn't show Tyrone. Yeah, at least for Tyrone. And then obviously Malik Neighbors to get 1,000, And then Christian McCaffrey to have a bounce back year. I found value in the odds for 1,000 yards again with Christian McCaffrey for minus 110. Some decent odds. So yeah, there's that. I'm trying to eye right now. But I gotta pump the brakes now because of the Terry McLaurin news, so I had to remove it. So far, I'm looking for a fifth leg. So far, I know Bucky Irving's there. I'm just looking for Tyrone maybe or Kyron Williams. I think I'm eyeing a Kyron Williams more likely. But we'll see. And they went 3 and out while I was explaining what I'm looking for fantasy props right now. I have a lot of options right now. I'm currently let me show my screen. Looking on FanDuel right now. As you can see, I'm looking through my options right now. Because I almost won a lot of money last year by 50 yards. I was literally 50 yards away from winning a lot of money, so I got to get back. Oh, YTC Fantasy legend Nyheim Hines is returning. I had him in my waiver wire every year. Nyheim Hines used to come clutch for me. Nyheim Hines. I haven't heard that name in a while. And he gets taken down. YTC Fantasy legend Nyheim Hines. Right now, they're showing Harbaugh's winning repertoire everywhere he goes. That he could turn teams around. Yeah, Harbaugh isn't the problem. Jim Harbaugh's way better than he's already better than his brother John, by the looks of it. It's just, the Chargers are cursed somehow, even if it's winning repertoire. But we'll see if they change that narrative. Because they got competition like the Broncos and obviously the Chiefs being the threat every year. So, yeah. Anyways, gets it to 34. All right, shovel pass. Picks up a few there for Patterson. 34 here. 2nd and 4 now. Only head coach with multiple NFL history to improve 6-win teams, Jim Harbaugh. Jesus. The Niners did him dirty. But yeah, you know how fucking the Yorks are. After what I heard about the Yorks, yeah, they're basically like Jerry Jones. They want a bunch of ass-kissing yes men like Brian Schottenheimer. That's how the Cowboys head coach right now. That's practically what he is. He's a puppet for them. Probably the same thing with over there anyways, so go figure. That Cowboys coach is a puppet anyways for Jerry. The majority of them are puppets, including Garrett the Clapper. They were all kiss asses for Jerry, so yeah. Imagine how different it'd be if the Niners would have kept Harbaugh. How much it'd be different. A lot different. Anyways, going deep. Oh, good throw from Lance. Inside the 35. 20-plus yards on that one. Trey Lance with a sideline throw. Trey area. Now all the Niner fans are going to be like, we should have never got Trey Lance. He would have been a perfect backup option for Brock Purdy. Why did we get rid of Trey Lance, man? We should probably pick up Trey Lance if the Chargers cut him. I already know the headlines for your fan base. I'm Kenny what they're going to say. Also Crazy Juice. It's the same shit with my fan base with the Giants. Like, why we should have kept this guy instead of this guy. It's the same old shit. Recency bias is a hell of a drug. Anyways, handoff here. Gets in the field goal range inside the 34. 3rd and 6 coming up. LaAndre Lambert-Smith is in the rise. I mean, the Chargers wide receiver room is pretty much Lab McConkey and everyone else then after, I guess. Because Quentin Johnston's not a long-term, and I guess that's Trey Harris. I forgot Trey Harris. Yeah, they got drafted Jackson Dart's teammate. It's practically Trey Harris and McConkey, basically. And then whoever wants to take up wide receiver 3 is up for grabs, really. So, yeah. Lance bouncing around the pocket. Still on his feet. Looking. Still skipping. Gonna throw out of bounds. They're gonna set up for 3. I think Kyle would have kept Trey, but he demanded a trade. I mean, why would he demand? I mean, you think he was going to start over Dak, though? I don't know what Lance was thinking there. He was going to start over Dak because of the contract dispute. There was no way he was taking Dak's job since they paid him a shit ton of money now. So it made no sense. Kick is up. And it's... Oh, it bounced up the uprights. No good. It doinked. Double doink on the left. Yeah, I was hoping that... Man, I wanted Trey Harris too, but I'm good with Darius Alexander, though. Dicker the misser. It doinked off the up post, too. It doinked. Trey Harris will be a... Yeah, with Trey Harris, I wish the Giants would have got him to pair him up with Jackson Dart again like they were in Ole Miss, but figures. We already paid Darius Slayton anyways, so I would have imagined. But if we didn't pay him, I would have loved it. But hopefully Darius Alexander compensates. Darius. Pair him up with Jackson Dart.
No application fee if you apply by September 3rd.
All right, had to put my computer to charge. There we go. So I'm looking for other legs to put for my fifth leg for my betting. I'm definitely gonna drop at least 50 for this. 20 to $50 on this bet. But the boost odds I can win 1,500 or around there again. I can try to win a lot of money by the end of the year. Oh, it's literally 50 yards away. 50 yards away from winning 1,200 by the end of the year. That would have helped me past Christmas and that time of year to start the new year out. Would have definitely helped me out. Snap here. Handoff. Flag is down. Defense offside.
Drafted by the Lions back in 2018 and brought in now, Chris, as they try to fortify the middle here for the Chargers.
Which they need.
Deshaun Hand.
He had been their best player
One
inside.
sack, one.
And did play all 17 games for the first time in his career, my career side. So really, he's that guy. Run stuffer inside, try and control that. Allow those linebackers to run.
And then down in Miami.
Snap here. Shovel to the left. Gets it to 13. And inside the 41, Reynolds. Inside the 43 of the Chargers.
check down, allow the playmakers on this offense, not necessarily on the field now, but the Jahmyr Gibbs, the David Montgomerys, the Jameson Williams, those guys, let them have the football quickly and do something with it.
Handoff. Reynolds picks up the few there.
As the veteran Tony Jefferson, very rarely you see a 33-year-old in his 11th year in the league playing in the Hall of Fame game. Jefferson is, and he made a play.
How about Jefferson? He was out of football a couple of years and came back, and last year really had an impact. They had some injuries in the secondary coming in right up the street.
He was on his way to being a skill.
I know. It's really a remarkable story, and just a little credit to Mentor as well for getting him ready to play.
Jesse Mentor's defensive coordinator for the Chargers. Deep drop Allen, nothing downfield, so he throws it at the feet of Reynolds. The completion when the flag comes down. And thrown by the referee, Bill Vinovich.
Offense number 8.
Allen's trying to negotiate that he had Craig Reynolds in the area. Right there was throwing at the feet of Reynolds. And Vinovich will get help from the down judge on that side. They'll discuss.
There's no foul for intentional grounding. There was an eligible receiver in the area. They're down.
All right.
It's a good call. It was right there. They're going to give them that.
It's nice and quick conference with the officials, right?
Absolutely.
July, be nice to everyone.
We'll do our best.
Talk about Kyle Allen and learning new systems. John Morton inheriting this system. So many of the players, and there's Jared Goff is the guy who makes it go. So, Chris, this is one of those interesting transitions where you don't want to tinker with it too much because, my gosh, the production's off the charts. As you see, best in the NFL over the last 3 cumulative years.
Yeah, when you talk to John Morton, he said, look, we know what they're doing. My job is to allow the parents to do what they want to do best and what we think they do best. And we're going to not change a lot of stuff. Add a couple little touches here and there. We're not changing much.
Oh, he threw a pick. Wow. Pick 6 floating. If he can get there. Never mind. He's down at the 5. Wow. Pick. Almost a pick 6. Kyle Allen almost threw a pick 6 there. Great play there by 46. God damn. Chargers inside the 5 when we return. Let me see what happened here. Oh, that was way too late. He jumped on that too easily. That was a late release.
Is a guy that supposedly can do 10 backflips in a row on a trampoline, 5'10", 180 pounds, had 5 career interceptions in college, and right now he is just cruising through the NFL.
Can I get the fact again? You can do what?
10 in a row, backflips on the trampoline. Yeah, can you do that?
You can't do one. Derwin James is in the secondary. He's going to be there when it matters most, along with Jesse Mentor, the defensive coordinator. You know, players know that a couple of players.
Anyways, inside the 6 now. Great pick right there. Snap here. Handoff. Is he getting in? Vital, just a yard shy.
I think the Chargers are going to start running the other way. Rocky Sin is living up to his name so far in this one. And if you want to be a Detroit Lion, you better flash a little bit of that.
Nasty hit from Rocketson, goddamn. Handoff. Touchdown. Vital. All right.
We got to see a little of Vidal last year when Edwards and Dobbins were both out with injuries, and he delivered. This is the kind of just gutsy kind of running that you expect out of a Jim Harbaugh team.
All right.
The Chargers are going to be one of those teams that just kind of grinds on you. They're going to keep it close. They're not going to turn it over. Justin Herbert only 3 interceptions till he got to the playoffs a season ago. #1 scoring defense. Let's run the football. playing just like that.
It's a good turnaround last year, ran into the Texans. A sloppy game, 4 interceptions.
All right, 14-0 now.
But regular season solid for the Chargers. Return to the preseason as well. Interception by the rookies caught the eyes of the folks in Charger County. Nico Reed. The other one by Dell. Second and 10 for the second Chargers.
There we go, 14-zip.
A Chewy order is on the way for Dash, who was just rescued yesterday by Dave, who's realizing in real time his new dog has a thing for squirrels. And there's Chewy. Dave will order a harness and everything else Dash needs in life, like delicious food, because squirreling can work up quite an appetite. For low prices and fast shipping for life with pets, there's Chewy.
Look, I deleted Karen. He's back.
I am somebody. I may be young, but I am somebody. I may be small, but I am. I must be respected, protected, never rejected.
Somebody.
I never thought about my career other than I did what I wanted to do, and I played the way I wanted to play. The joy is that what you put on film 30-some years ago holds, works, was true to this day. I did it right. He sure did. The career wasn't as long because of injury, but it was so good, so productive. Sterling Sharp taking his deserving place over there to the right, inside the Pro Football Hall of Fame. One of the 4 inducted this weekend. We'll talk to Sterling in a moment. Kickoff is taken by Jacoby James for Detroit.
And return down at the 25.
Standing by with Melissa Stark. Melissa.
And Mike, this one is special for
All
all
right.
of us. We've all been his colleague at some point, and dear friends with Sterling. And you have always said that you did not play to get into the Hall of Fame.
That's correct.
But what were your emotions when you finally did?
I'm extremely happy because I am one half of the first brothers to be inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. That's huge. 2 little black boys from Glenville, Georgia, getting an opportunity to be here. Never saw that. Can't explain that, but really happy to be a part of that.
And your brother Shannon said in his 2011.
Ooh,
I am the only
nice.
football player
By number
in the Hall of
19.
Fame, and I'm the second best player in my own family.
That's very true. That was true. And I'm glad he said that because I don't know if America knew that. So it was tremendous for him to say that, and he didn't have to. My brother and I are very close, and a lot of people know this. And he's my best friend. I think I'm his most of the time, even when it rains. But no, that was a tremendous statement for him to make.
And you had so many incredible moments on the field. What was the best moment of your career?
Getting a chance to play the first game. Because that was
Oh, good catch again, number 19.
I didn't want to play for 20 years. I didn't want to be an all-pro. A lot of the gifts that I was given, first to catch 100 balls in back-to-back seasons, that was great. But I got a chance to play, Melissa. I fulfilled my dream. And a lot of people didn't know what a dream was. A dream is a gift that you give to yourself. And that's what I gave to myself. And I was tickled pink. I've always wanted to say that. I was tickled pink to be able to fulfill my dream and play in the NFL.
Well, and you played for 7 seasons. Your career ended because of the neck injury.
ever play football again. We were very happy. We high-fived, and it was great. That's all I ever wanted to do was play. And, you know, God has a wonderful way of guiding us or putting us exactly where we're supposed to be in the moment we're supposed to be there. I didn't talk to the media as a player, and I was in the media for 21 years. So, I mean, who knew? You know, and that's the thing, is you go on a journey and you enjoy the journey and you see where it takes you.
Well, and talk about that journey because
6 of 7 there. All right, Detroit's about to score now. I'll get on kids here. Mike and Bustin.
If you've ever played golf with Sterling, like I have, it involves many cigars, a lot of music, long drive. So retirement's treating you well.
Retirement has been wonderful to me, and Mike Tirico knows how much I love golf. Mike and I have played a few times. I know we played at the expansion draft for the Houston Texans. We played. So, yeah, I love golf because it's, for me right now, it's 74 decisions that are all wrong, and I got to figure out a way to make them right, and I love golf.
Well, these guys I know want to have a little conversation with you as well, Mike and Chris.
Oh, is that a touchdown? Oh, never mind. He just threw a pick. Wow. Another pick from Kyle Allen in the end zone. Well, time to put in Hendon Hooker now. He's definitely getting cut after that. Way underthrown. Kyle Allen's definitely getting cut now.
You know, I have 74 mistakes I make in my golf game too, and then I got to play the back nine, so I don't know what to do with it.
Sterling, as we watch Jefferson, I just wanted to take a second to say congratulations to you as well, pal. I know you didn't talk to the media, but I went up to Green Bay one day. Yep. We did an interview towards the end of your career, and we turned around a couple of years later and started an amazing career in the media. I'm so happy and proud of you, pal, and it's great to be here this weekend. Mike, it's been a pleasure, man. I enjoy. You're one of the guys that I learned from when I got a chance to be a host at NFL Network. You were one of the guys that when I got a chance to do my one game in the chair.
So you saw that crazy juice too?
I called you and you spoke.
Or the Mike and Bustin comment.
I was really bad, Mike, but I was really good at being bad. So I never did it.
Anyways, Trey Lance gets sacked. Number 15 with the sack on Lance.
She spent a lot more time in the hair and makeup chair than I did. But it worked out well for both of us. Let's get back to the game.
It was unbelievable, though. When we were in the meeting, we were talking about we're going to have a conversation with Sterling, the whole thing. I was like, yeah, I used to work with him. And I said, yeah, I used to work. Yeah, I used to work with him. It was what?
Hey, Chris, you got to get around, buddy. You got to get around.
Nobody
All right,
knows
Lance to the middle, picks up 7.
Thanks, Melissa. We'll talk to the Hall of Famers as we go through. So great to hear from that guy. Wonderful friend. So, good play there by Stewart last time to get Lance on the ground, and then he makes the tackle after. Reception by Rondé Gadsden, the second. Playing Syracuse, trying to make this Chargers team as a tight end with stretch the field.
All right, 3rd and 8.
here for Trey Lance. I'm anxious to see him in some of these third and long situations as well.
Hassan Haskins is running back.
Snap. To the right. Caught, but he's short.
First down. That's running by Darius Davis.
And they'll punt.
Receiver thus far.
This should be the final play of the first quarter right now with the play clock going down.
Trey Lance, it was fun to get to know him a little bit, had a conversation. He said in the history of the Hall of Fame game, nobody's more excited to play in it than I am. Usually people are like, oh, it's an extra preseason game, whatever. He was pumped. Just a chance to get to play in 4 straight preseason games.
J.K. Scott's going to kick it. Lions looking dominant as a kick returner.
Here's the punt.
Hangs it high, 54 yards. Limit for the 21.
Gonna return. Still going with blocks. And that's the end of the first quarter.
One of the roles, if he is to make this Lions team and contribute, is that punt return. And he did a nice job there. After one, the Hall of Fame game. Chargers 14, Lions nothing. You're watching the Pro Football Hall of Fame game. Presented by
All right, end of the first 14 zip.
Want to work at a bank? Why not? Some of my best memories are at banks. That was this big.
this Friday.
Master of Scott, do you think?
One of your size.
And one of my size.
The funniest movie of the year. Our lives. That guy's too. This Friday.
They say no only bring.
So,
Bring 3 dirt bikes.
a few tents.
An entire crew ready to make memories.
A panoramic 24-inch display. The confidence to push limits.
Yeah, bring what you can carry.
And return with so much more. The all-new 2025 Ford Expedition Trimmer. Lowe's knows you want your first cookout and to leave a good first impression. And with convenient same-day delivery, we'll help you make sure everything turns out awesome. Lowe's knows how to help you summer.
If you feel like you're on the wrong road with your finances, Credit Karma can help you push through to a better place. Personalized guidance to improve your credit, savings, taxes, and more, so you can find your way to money. Into a Credit Karma. Karma you can count on.
NFL Kickoff Weekend presented by YouTube begins Thursday, September 4th on NBC. Then tune in Friday for the NFL Sao Paulo game on YouTube. Week 1 then continues Sunday on CBS, Fox, and NBC, and concludes Monday on ESPN and ABC. Stream games live on your mobile device with NFL Plus.
All I want to do is roll up on the drive over the George Washington Bridge, and get some Grace Papaya Recession Special Orange drink. But I live in California. Already missing the East Coast to a degree. They don't do it like the East Coast. Speaking of East Coast, yeah, they're on
5 weeks from tonight.
September 4th, yep.
Philadelphia. Celebrate the Eagles championship and then the Cowboys on the other side of the field. Looking forward to that to get our season started.
I know it's first and 10 now. Ball at the 40.
In the studio, second quarter begins. Chargers leading 14.
Snap here.
Scored on
Handoff. First down.
for Detroit's first down. Right across midfield. Chris we're talking to Sterling Sharp, another receiver for Detroit. Their third round pick, Isaac Tesla, really popped. He had a couple of nice catches.
Yeah, and, he was an interesting guy from the standpoint, high school quarterback and transferred into Arkansas.
Well, this isn't Isaac Tesla.
6'4", 216, so you're thinking with those numbers, he's not going to be very fast when he runs.
Time out for a virtual measurement. Sorry, you've been stopped for
I'd rather
the
say
virtual
this.
world.
I'll get back to that story, I promise.
The chain gang is still employed. They have not been made redundant, as they would say in the UK. But if it's close to a first down, you're going to get a virtual measurement. And you're going to see everybody look up to the screen to check out to see if the first down was made. It's using technology, and it's a first down.
Oh, wow. They're using AI to measure first downs now?
And there's
By the nose of the football. It ain't first down. No, by the nose of the football, it's a first down. Now they do measure. Oh, you're at the bar? Well, you're having a better time than I am then watching this game. Now they're using AI to measure first down. Damn. I missed the chain gang. But anyways, first and 10 now. Because that shit would have built suspension on a first down. Instead of just showing it right away, that shit built suspension.
Not be one of those guys who can catch the ball easily. He has some of the best hands I've seen on tape when we were watching and getting ready for the draft. One thing you know about this guy, he's going to catch the ball. He's proven he's got some speed. He has some size. He could be a factor on special teams. A lot of good things about this.
Play action. Throws. 84 with the catch. Dilstra. 3rd-and-1. Steelers need to trade for Bajan. Dang, you don't like Will Howard already?
So much of a fan that he had his own custom Lions jersey with his name on the back. And you're never going to guess where he won. Say about a 7-3rd one. Timeout. Stand for Detroit.
First timeout. Detroit.
So you got these visits. The team can invite 30 players to come in and visit, right? So here's Taslan growing up as a Michigan kid. He's got the Barry Sanders jersey, got the Lions hoodie, so cute, right? But now he comes for his official visit, and this is footage of him in his pre-draft visit. Look at the back of his jersey. He's got his own custom jersey with his name on it, and Brad Holmes, the Lions GM, thought, man, this guy's trying a little bit too hard to make a good impression on the job interview. But it was the real deal. It wasn't a joke. He's been a lifelong Lions fan, and now the custom jersey is the real deal. And Isaac Taslan has the chance to be a home stadium.
You know, and as if the Lions need more offensive weapons, right? And this is between him and Dominic Lovett. They feel like they have two guys, and really Lovett has probably been the star of the camp, even more than Taslan. But once again, sometimes some of those bigger guys, when they actually get on the football field and they get a chance to exert some of that physicality, it looks different and better.
I'm pretty sure Scrappy's thinking about the Dodos trading for Terry McLaurin. Yep, because he wants everyone to play for the Dodos. Yep. Well, that ain't happening. They're not trading within the division, but I'd laugh if they do. Hopefully it's with us, though, if they do. He's like Larry Krueger. Oh, wow. You're comparing him to Sponge. Now, either the Commanders are going to pay up in $30 million or he's getting traded. One of the two is going to happen, obviously. But they got to consider the future where they got to pay Jaden Daniels anyway. So, and plus McLaurin's getting there with age for wide receivers when they start to decline as a one anyways. McLaurin's starting to get there. I'm gonna laugh if it happens though.
But this is where the Lions make a living, running right up the middle of the field. And now they're going to have a rookie second-round draft pick in there, probably playing guard and Tate Rutledge.
And how old is McLaurin? Isn't he close to 30 already? Or he's 30? He's 29. He's about to be 30 after this year, so he's getting there. Father Time will catch up to him. So that's also the consideration for wide receiver age.
So how quickly can they get it together with that interior offensive line?
Jabari Small carry there for a yard. I thought it was such a big point you made about Jared Goff and how comfortable he is. He stands in that pocket and delivers, but having that firm front of the pocket to center 2 yards, and now Glasgow may still be there, but he's in a different position. It's going to be all different right in front of him.
And the running game is the key.
False start, offense. What's up, Chad?
That's a veteran they brought in,
Jamarco Jones.
Plays college ball.
Anyways.
Ohio State. It has a tackle that they're looking at. Later on, we see Mason Miller tackle a rookie out of North Dakota State. He's impressed the Lions early on.
They would like to impress the Lions as Kyle Allen. 2 interceptions already in this game, sort of opening the door a bit for Eddie Owen.
Snap here, handoff. Oh, he took a nasty hit there. Damn, 31. Number 31 of the Chargers clocked him. Kid running fast as shit on him. God damn. I heard that shit from my ear.
Freelance doing okay, but it's a wide open competition for the number can step in, but you wouldn't expect him to be the one making mistakes in the Hall of Fame.
Hangs on to it from the first one in the first quarter. Gets this, urging Chargers secondary around him. Takes to the 17-yard line.
And that's the kind of throw right there that you see out of Jared Goff all the time. Those on-time, anticipated throws, on the money, stop the receiver if somebody's coming at him. And that's the advantage that Kyle Allen's going to have over Hendon Hooker, who is much more at the University of Tennessee.
Oh, they're going for a fourth down here, of course.
His eyes on the receiver, see if they're open, and then deliver it when he saw it. And now he's having to learn this anticipation type of offense.
Just to remind you, things are almost fourth down. The Lions are going for it. Allen scrambles.
Gonna run. First down. Got it.
16-yard line. First down for Allen.
He certainly has the ability to do this, and more in the NFL, you just see this, don't you? When everything is on the line, those fourth down plays, when you have a mobile quarterback, what an advantage. I mean, you think about the top two guys, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, the top two candidates for the MVP. Certainly they can do that.
It's at 16 by mistake. 14-yard line, first and 10. Best looking Detroit drive in this first half.
Handoff. 3 yards.
Left for a couple of yards. Zach Morton, rookie out of Indiana. And there is a blocking fullback. Dan Campbell, year 5, just an incredible turnaround. Team started out 0-10-1. Got a victory against Minnesota in that first year at Ford Field, and the combination of Goff and Campbell just taking off. Big wins throughout, winning at Green Bay to end the season, and the Aaron Rodgers era at Lambeau, coming up just shy of the playoffs in the last year's division championships. Small to the right, to the 9-yard line. Junior Colson.
All right, third and short now.
Makes the tackle. Just great improvement in the numbers you see there, Chris.
Yeah, and the one name they don't want to hear a lot of this year is Ben Johnson. You know, no offense, Ben Johnson was great, came in, their offense spectacular. But if we're talking about Ben Johnson this football season, it's because things aren't going well with this offense. The expectations for what the Detroit Lions offense is going to be are so high.
All right, third and 5.
It's going to be a burden on this team, really.
Screen. Block. Did they get it? I think he's short by the looks of it. Well, 4 for 1.
Before Ben Johnson came in to take over the play calling, there was a change in the offensive coordinator position. Dan Campbell called the plays.
Yes, he did.
And yes, Ben Johnson's a bunch of the trick plays, and this is not minimizing anything, but a lot of the razzle-dazzle and the let's go for it, do this silly stuff for the Detroit offense from the mind of Dan Campbell. You see the play sheet in hand, he's all over, which I know was calling in to Kyle Allen. 4th and 1 to slide the bottom of the screen.
Going to the right. Caught. First down. First and goal now.
Right around the 3-yard line.
Now, there was a good throw. You want to see in those clutch situations, and this is exactly what you would expect out of Kyle Allen. Good catch on the back end of that thing, too. I think he did hold on to it on the tail end of it. But the great thing about going for it on 4th down as much as they do, when you get in a really big game-ending, game-winning situations, you're kind of used to it by the end of the year.
Anyways, he's short.
Loss of a half, maybe even a full yard.
Caleb Murphy is an up-and-coming guy on this defense. Now, Kyle Kennard is the Bronco Nagurski winner, best defensive player in college football, drafted in the 4th round. But the guy who's competing with him is Caleb Murphy. And in reality, probably early in camp, Murphy may be a bit of a hit in that battle.
Touchdown.
snaps here and there the last few years.
It's always about the finish, right? With Dan Campbell, it's like when we give you that line of scrimmage, it is up to you to take it the rest of the way. And they just have so many guys. We saw Craig Reynolds quite a bit at the end of last year because of the Montgomery knee injury, 98 carries there in the final three. So it's a guy that they trust in that situation.
Kick is up. Straight to the upright. 7-14 now. Troy gets on the board.
Sunday ticket to YouTube TV. Jason Kelsey can watch every game every Sunday, all in one place. But how much NFL in one place can he handle? What have we got? NFL Sunday ticket to YouTube TV. Every game every Sunday. Users pay less.
Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on select Hyundai vehicles. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
Travel. It's gone from being an adventure to a checklist. But the world is still full of wonder. You just need a better way to find it. Introducing Airbnb experiences. Master ramen with an award-winning chef. Dive into underground jazz with the
All right.
Or see a trail on your own. Don't just see a place. Experience it.
So if you're gonna play the hero, you gotta play like you gotta know. Pull them off, baby. Know when to run. Run. It's automatically for you. When you say next day, time enough for now. When the deal's done.
Symbolizes so many different steps and layers of your life. Obviously, the game of football is what you're getting known for, but there's so many trial and errors to life that so many people help you get through. My success speaks volumes for everybody.
What an impact he had. For a guy that didn't play college football, to a 3-time All-Pro, 8th Pro Bowl, all-decade team in the 2000s, no tight end, caught 4 touchdowns with Antonio Gates. That ball hit shy of the target area, thus the ball will come out to the 40-yard line.
Illegal kickoff, short of the landing zone. Ball is placed at the 40-yard line. First down, Los Angeles.
Man, they're testing us here tonight. All right, we're ready to roll. Melissa Stark is with Antonio Gates.
Yes, and Mike, you'll appreciate this. All of his friends down here are basketball players because he is the first ever player to go into the Hall of Fame that did not play college football. What a journey. What does it mean to join this prestigious group?
Dan, the teams with the most Hall of Famers right now. So the entire NFC East has the Cowboys have 32, the Giants have 32, the Commanders have 32. The Eagles are the least with 26. 122 total Hall of Famers. Second place is the NFC North. Third place, the NFC West. And then the AFC West with 86. And then the NFC North at 5th. AFC East at 6th. And then bottom 2 are AFC South and NFC South. Both South divisions are bottom. But anyways, top 5 for Hall of Famers. The Bears are number 1 with the most Hall of Famers at 39. Giants are second place. The Packers are second. Third is the Rams. The Giants are tied with the Cowboys, Steelers, and Commanders at 32. We're tied in 4th place. And then the Raiders are 5th, and then the Niners are 6th with 29. Raiders are 5th at 30. Eagles right behind them at 26. And then the Chiefs and Cardinals are right behind them in the top 10 list, tied with the Vikings and Browns right now in the top 10 for most Hall of Famers. Well, we're top 4 at least in Hall of Famers still. No, they moved up to number 2 after the night. After Starling Sharp got inducted, I think they moved up. The Packers. So yeah, they're trying to catch up to the Bears right now. Wait, 2nd and 6. Snap. And off 2 yards. Right now they're interviewing Antonio Gates currently, so yeah. Third and 4 here. To the right. Off the back shoulder. Incomplete, but there's a flag. Might be PI. Came from the secondary.
He was the guy that really created the box out openings. You know, when in rebounding where you box out, you create, he's talking about creating space. And he was really one of the best I have ever seen when he got down.
Yeah, hands to the face defense. Automatic first down. Hands to the face.
It was almost impossible. So then the debate started. What do? You got a safety. He's not big enough to get through him. You got a linebacker. He's not fast enough to stay with him. And so that's the reason he still holds the record for most touchdowns.
So many of them for Phillip Rivers as well. So.
And he works in IFB just like I did.
It's about working. Penalty on the Lions. Dennis Rakestraw for illegal hands.
First and 10 now inside the 38. Play action. To the middle. Caught. Inside the 16. Lance is having himself a night, though. I'm not going to lie. He's making his case for QB2 right now. By this performance so far. Eight for 10 for 82 and a touchdown. Not bad.
San Francisco trade up, give up 3 picks, all the things. It doesn't work out. It doesn't work out in Dallas. And now he's coming here and he's trying to establish something. And he's been doing pretty well out here.
And picks up a few.
Antonio Gates by Miller Hines, 6th year in the league with the Colts for 4 years. Then to Buffalo, really productive as a running back, then a returner to punt and to kickoff returns for touchdown. Then July of 2023, jet ski accident, injured, hasn't played the last 2 years.
And it was apparently one of his good friends, and he was not even moving. He was just sitting on the jet ski. And here he is 2 years later. We were talking to Omarion Hampton about that a little bit. He said that this guy just pours everything from him into us.
2-1 here at the end of the first half. We get the 2025 football season started. Watch the Football Hall of Fame game presented by Novartis.
Okay, everyone's settled. Let's get sticks.
Take 3.
Action.
Applebee's 2 for $25.
Zoom in.
Get 1 appetizer and 2 entrees like the new chicken parmesan fettuccine.
Nice. There it is. Now up to the burger. And the Big Mac burger. Let's sit up higher. Higher. Are you sure? Hold it. Beautiful. You got it.
Choose 1 appetizer and 2 entrees. Applebee's iconic 2 for $25. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Sorry, were we in that shot?
The reviews are in. The Naked Gun is a new classic. It's very good. It's the comedy of the year. And the return to the needed glory. There is a bomb. Step in the car.
For all of the above, it's back to school retirement.
on select Hyundai vehicles. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
The American Ninja Warrior Finals are here, and we're going racing. This is Ninja at its best. Oh my gosh!
September 4th. Yep, NFL Week 1 on advertisement. Oh, Jared Allen, Culinary Academy. Remember the NFL Sunday Night Football intros? Culinary Academy. Culinary.
Jared Allen, one of the four going to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. He was dinner in the show. Yes, he was. Yes, he was dinner in the show.
All right. Second and 6 now. Snap here. To the left. Overthrown. Intended for Trey Harris. The draft pick for the Chargers. From Ole Miss, yep. Damn, he got skinnier though. By looking at those photos, he did get skinnier. Jared Allen. So yeah.
You did not shy away from the fact that you were very disappointed you didn't get into the Hall of Fame last year. But what were your emotions this year when you finally got in?
Well, it was always elation, right? I think the biggest problem was it's for like 49 weeks into the year. I don't
Snap here. Slant to the middle. Caught. Touchdown, 84. Goes up back 2 scores. Trey Lance with the second passing TD. Praying for a miracle for my team this season. At least you have the number 1 easiest schedule, Crazy Juice. Because we have the number 1 hardest. According to the NFL metrics, the Giants have one of the hardest in the last 5 years, according to everyone. So we'll see. Because we play a hard division, and obviously the majority of the teams we're playing are playoff contenders, like the Chargers, the Broncos, the Chiefs, obviously. And then we play the entire NFC North, which has 3 juggernauts over there for contenders with the Packers, the Lions, and depending on the Vikings, and obviously Chicago on the rise. So yeah, there's a lot of competition, mostly from the NFC North we play this year. So that's why there's a concern. But yeah, we'll see. And then for the AFC South, we play the Colts. Yeah, because we finished last. We play the Colts again. I think we played the Colts. Do we? It'd be hilarious if we had to play Daniel Jones again. If he's starting. Do we play them? Let me check the schedule. It'll be funny. I think we play these. Let me check. I know we play the I know damn well we play the entire South and the North, and we play the Patriots since we finished with them. Hot take, I got the Broncos winning the West. That's my hot take. I think if Bo Nix steps up, he doesn't have a sophomore slump, I think they have a shot to take that division. They improved a lot on their defense, and I think they have a lot of skill positions to work with on offense. So, and if Bo Nix takes the next step and transcending into a superstar quarterback for the Broncos, I think they could be the one to win on the division. I think they have better skill positions outside of tight end, obviously, for with the Chiefs when you look at the team. But I can see why Kenny thinks the Chargers will. But yeah, anything could happen. You're right, Crazy Juice, you are. Your schedule is too hard, YTC. All right, I could run it down right now. First off, the Commanders. If you think the Commanders are going to beat us easily, we should have easily beaten that team last year if we didn't miss a kicker. The defense is what kept us in games. We didn't have a quarterback, obviously, to keep us in games. The defense will be the reason we'll be staying in the game. And Russ alone is probably better than anything we've had in the last couple of years. So that should tell you something right there. Even at this point of his career. So yeah. The Cowboys I can understand because we haven't beaten them near with Dak at least. The Chiefs, you already know that. I already know that game's gonna piss me off. That Week 3 game alone's gonna piss me off. I can already tell the refs are gonna screw us in that game. Especially it's on prime time. It's gonna be some fuckery. Chargers, I think, yeah, that might be a loss because they're it's Harbaugh and obviously their defense got a lot better and I think they're too outmatched on offense to for us to compete with. Saints, that's a W. Eagles, I think we could split with them, but I'm not going to count on I'm not counting on a split for now at least. Broncos, they're probably going to get that one. It's hard to play in Denver with that altitude over there. Depends. The games against the Niners and Bears all depends on where both teams are at the point of the season. So those games could be toss-ups. Those two games I know are going to be toss-ups in one possession. Packers, I'm confident we can beat them because for some reason Daboll has LaFleur's number for some reason. Even with Tommy DeVito at quarterback, he somehow managed to beat fucking Jordan Love over there with Green Bay for some reason. Some reason he has a thing over LaFleur right now, Daboll. So yeah, the Lions that's a loss right there. Patriots we might get that one. Vikings depends on where they are with JJ McCarthy. It really depends on their quarterback. When it's the Commanders, yeah, it's either a split or a sweep. No in between. I don't think we're gonna get swept back-to-back years with the Commanders. That really happens. At worst case, we'll split with them. Best case, we'll sweep them. But yeah, we'll get revenge. Raiders, that's a win right there. Cowboys, the final game we might be able to split with them because then if the Cowboys are competing, they clinch a playoff spot. They might sit their starters and we might get a freebie final W against the Cowboys. We play the Cowboys at MetLife to wrap up the year, so we might get a freebie with them if we're not contending by then. We might get a freebie. Yeah, like I said for the Giants 6 to 7 wins. I didn't say we were going to make the playoffs, but I think the over said 5.5. I don't think we're winning only 2 games. There's going to be a few games we can pick off. We're not as horrible as the Saints or the Jets, even though that they have much easier schedules. That doesn't make any. Yeah, I hate when teams underestimate our defense a lot. I think the defense alone is good enough for 6 to 7 wins alone. And yeah, like crazy as you said, anything can happen with a schedule, but I'm going with confidence that our defense will step up and keep us in a lot of games. I don't think. The Bears' schedule is too hard. Well, scheduling doesn't matter when it comes down to circumstances and also matchups. So we'll see. On paper, they're hard, obviously, but we don't know how teams will unfold. There's a lot of teams that can regress out of nowhere. It happens every year. You think we're only winning 2 games? That's Kenny. I like you, man, but, I got to hold that accountable. If we win more than 2 games, I'm already going to flame you for that. There's no way we're only winning 2 games. We have a quarterback this time. We won literally 4 games with a horrible quarterback room. You think with Russell Wilson alone, we're going to only win 2 games, though? I don't think Russ is that kind of washed to only win 2 games. I don't think our quarterback room's comparable as to last year to only win 2 games. I doubt we're only going to win. We're going to win more than 2. I said 6 to 7 wins, but that's just plain disrespectful in my opinion. 2 wins. That's just an over-exaggeration. Either to troll me or you're really over-exaggerating it. I really don't know. Nor do I care anyways, so
This is a hot flash. This is a hot flash. But this is a not flash. Yosa, the #1 prescribed hormone-free treatment approved for moderate to severe vasomotor symptoms due to menopause. With hormone-free Yosa, you can have fewer hot flashes and more not flashes. Yosa reduces the number of recurrent hot flashes
But yeah, all Russ got to do is just game manage. That's all I ask for him. Hand the ball to Tracy, spam fucking neighbors, and that's it. That's why we're gonna run the ball, Kenny. Why do you think we drafted Scatabo for? So we don't wear down Tyrone Tracy. We're gonna run that Detroit system anyways. We're likely gonna run that Detroit running style with the fucking the Jahmyr Gibbs of the offense with Tyrone, and then you got Scatabo to be the Montgomery role, the power back that can wear you down and truck through defenders. But Russ doesn't have to be a scrambler. He just has to extend plays. We don't need him to be a read option quarterback. All he has to do is just dance around the pocket, just extend plays and then make throws. That's it. We're not going to use him like a damn mobile read quarterback or a dual threat like a Josh Allen. Yeah, if 6 teams under 2 wins, you're just exaggerating. No teams want to tank. There's no teams that tank nowadays. They're going to win way more than 2. Especially if they don't want to lose their jobs and they want to get their incentives and they don't want to get fired. So, at most, it'll be like 2 or 3 teams, 2 teams with 2 wins. That's it. Probably the Jets and Saints. That's the only 2 teams I could see having 2 wins. Probably the Jets and Saints. Definitely the Saints, though, unless Tyler proves otherwise. But either way, the Saints have a lot to figure out. But I think they're going to be tanking for Arch, or one of the 2 are going to get Arch Manning. Or that Newsom Meyer kid from LSU, so yeah. Dude, I'm too old to troll. Just look at the schedule. I don't even look at... Yeah, and the schedule on paper is redundant over time. It's going to be between them and the Saints tanking for damn Arch Manning. At this point. I mean, Kenny, I can understand, but you also said it on stream that the Giants didn't have a quarterback. You said it yourself on that draft stream. Russell Wilson alone is already better than half of the quarterbacks we've had in the last couple of years, even way better than the last quarterback class last year. If Russ at best is a game manager and the line just has to stay healthy because the line was average at best when we were Well, Kenny, that all depends on the quarterback. Well, Kenny, the whole thing with Malik Neighbors is that why do you think we drafted Scatabo? And also, we have a quarterback with veteran experience for a reason. Well, they'll be tanking for Allah or damn Newsom Meyer then. All right, it's halftime right now anyways. I already dropped the link for y'all to pop on. It's already halftime, or whatever. 7-21. They're most likely going to tank for the quarterback from Clemson. Oh, that Klubnik guy? Cade Klubnik? But yeah, for sure, yeah. But I got to see the rest of the quarterback class emerge, though. I only know 2 guys like Aller and obviously Carson Beck and 3 guys, yeah, Carson Beck and Newsom Meyer. So yeah, the 3 out of that quarterback class.
We're at Malibu.
The Raiders didn't have him though. Russ is a vet, but he's getting old. You mean the Steelers, not the Raiders, and needs to be protected. The O line is probably one of the worst. Well, here's the thing about the O line. The O line was producing. It's just the injuries piled on. That's the only problem with the O line. And as for O line, we literally drafted Membo and we signed a bunch of depth pieces on the free agency part. It wasn't a bad line. It was just them staying healthy was the concern. And once we had to put a bunch of second and third stringers, it went downhill. That was really the problem. But luckily for us, by next year, we'll be able to get younger at the offensive line as the position goes on. And secondly, we have a good run game. We have a really good run game to help take off the pressure, too, if we split between the carries. And if Malik's getting open, then that means the entire offense opens up. I'm looking for preseason to see who's going to emerge as a number 2. I have high hopes on a guy like Theo Johnson and Jalen Hyatt popping up, but I have more confidence with Theo Johnson because of what I saw from that small sample size last year when he was getting targets. But yeah, I got confidence in Theo Johnson emerging, if not in Jalen Hyatt, but we'll see. And Dart ran a very simple offense that he ran at Ole Miss, and you know that if Jameis has to start, he only throws to one receiver the entire game. It's going to be interesting. Well, here's the thing with Jackson Dart and the majority of the quarterback class, Kenny. They're obviously, this is one of the weaker prospect classes, when you look at the prospects, between Cam Moore being this low rated on Madden compared to the other guys, but that's not I'm not using Madden to, prove my point. I'm just going to, using that as an asterisk. If you look at the previous rookie classes as prospects and why they were graded lower, they were graded higher by comparison if you look at it. The thing with those quarterbacks like Cam Ward, Shador, Jackson Dart, Tyler Shough, Jalen Milroe, they're all developmental project quarterbacks. The luxury with Jackson Dart is that he can sit behind Russ and Jameis for a whole year and become a finished product from the sideline and just, look. But yeah, that's the better Dart stays on that sideline for as long as he can before he has to be thrown in, then the better it's for him, because a lot of the quarterbacks that come out are thrusted in the bad quarterback situations and in teams that don't know how to properly develop a quarterback. And also literally we just that's the whole quarterback failure thing. You don't really see a lot of quarterbacks come out unless you count Jaden Daniels, really, because a lot of them are put in the bad situations. Like a Bryce Young, it took him a couple of years to get the hang of it by the looks of it. And you look at the other quarterbacks like him, CJ Stroud, he popped on because of a weaker division if you look at it. And also D'Amico's a really good coach, obviously. So in that regard, I mean, he's going to benefit because he plays in a weaker division. But you saw that sophomore slump last year, but we'll see how he looks in his third year now. So with CJ Stroud. But yeah, there's a lot of quarterbacks that are thrusted into bad situations when you don't have a developmental option or a veteran for them to sit behind, and they're thrusted in too early. I'm just saying that the situation with Dart is much better now because with Daniel Jones, when he came in, he didn't have a number 1 because keep in mind, we literally traded Odell away to get Dexter Lawrence and obviously Daniel Jones, but now we have a number 1 receiver to compare with Dart when he has to step in eventually. And he's on a rookie contract with a 5th-year option. So, yeah. And we have 2 running backs to pair him with. So, it's a matter of getting protection around him as we progress and him progressing through the game. So, and we have a 1st and 2nd round pick, which is the good part I like about it. We didn't have to give up a 1st to get a quarterback. So, yeah. Shador, Cam, Milroe, and your top 3. You had Dart at 4. We'll see. I had Shador at number 2. I had Dart over Milroe. If you look, obviously number 1 I had Cam Ward. Then it was Shador and Dart. Dart was 3rd on my list, on my quarterback elimination list. So yeah, 4th I put Milroe as well, and then 5th I had what was it? Yeah, Dylan Gabriel. I had Dylan Gabriel number 5th on my top 5 quarterback this draft class that I enjoyed. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, that might be my Oklahoma vice because he went to Oklahoma with Dylan Gabriel. But yeah, he was 5 on my list for top 5 quarterbacks in this draft. And as for why we traded up for Jackson Dart, apparently the Rams wanted Jackson Dart at 27, allegedly, but we'll see. And that's why they made that trade with the Falcons, I think, who moved back up to get that edge rusher, Pierce, I think. That Clemson rusher, yeah, I think he was still on the board. So they went up to trade to get him. That's why they made that trade suspiciously, so yeah.
What you had is the big moments not making the play. And that's what I think they have to get done. In that big moment, I've got to come through.
Who do you guys believe in most? We saw the offseason play out those two teams.
That's the thing, though, Kenny. Russ alone is already better, just the game managing alone, if he's like a Jimmy Garoppolo for that 1 year. Not a complete statue. He's not a complete statue like a Jimmy Garoppolo, but he can maneuver around the pocket. I mean, he's not going to completely, look like a deer in the headlights when he takes pressure, because obviously he's been in the league. He's a Super Bowl winner. Obviously, he's been in the league for a very long time. He knows how to evade hits and good pass rushers. And yeah, in that regard, the offense has to score. That's about it, and that's why we have a run game for now with Tracy and Scatabo to help the O-line, wear out defenses and help them pass protect better, so our passes are more efficient now. Part of having a good offense is also running the ball really well. And if you have that split carry between those two guys and also Singletary as a third option instead of being, the one, then you might have an option, run a really good run game, which I think we should be going towards. So that way it can help alleviate the pass rush, yeah. But yeah, it's hard to produce without stability at quarterback. So yeah, we were swinging through quarterbacks after Daniel Jones was his final game against the Panthers. He got benched, obviously, and then cut off, obviously. So yeah, it's hard to win with instability at quarterbacks. So all Russ has to do is just be starting for the majority of the year, which I hope he does start for the whole year. I don't ever want to see Jackson Dart thrusted in the final, unless it's the final 4 or 5 games. If we're competing somehow, I want Russ starting the whole year. I do not want to see Dart on the field, hopefully, because that means we'll be contending by then for a playoff spot. And Dart can learn and then take over the next following year. Plus, we have a 5th-year option with him anyways. That's how I'm hoping the best case scenario for Dart and also moving forward should be. Oh, Levi is on Discord? All right, so outside of your top, so you had Tyler Show at 5 over Quinn Ewers. I think Ewers and Howard are better than Show. Oh, you had Kyle McCord, not bad. Brady Cook at 9 and Dylan Gabriel at 10. Obviously, I think Dylan Gabriel is one of the better quarterbacks in this draft, but that's not saying much. But we'll see. I put him around 5, with Dylan Gabriel. And then, yeah, Quinn Ewers way higher and Will Howard way higher than Tyler Show for me. For 2 and 3, for me, it was Shador and Dart, but it's pretty much neck and neck with those two. You can practically toss a coin. In terms of a ceiling, Jackson Dart, I think, has a better ceiling. If you want to talk pro-ready quarterback, I think Shador's more pro-ready. But yeah, that's how I look at those comparisons with Shador and Dart. So yeah. As for Cam Ward, Cam Ward does have an opportunity because he plays in a weaker division, and his only competition is really C.J. Stroud. Cam Ward might be able to take that over that division. It all depends on him. But the circumstance around him, he does have a number 1 with Ridley. He does have a decent running back with Tony Pollard. I think it's a matter of their offensive line getting better with Cam Ward and him going through his progressions. But yeah, he's like literally the number 1. I think he's the only number one draft pick I've seen get least talked about compared to Shador, obviously because of his name. I've seen a fifth rounder get talked more about than the number one overall pick. I think he is one of the most disrespected first overall picks, in my opinion, though, with Cam Ward, surprisingly. And I wanted Cam Ward originally, and we'll see, though. But we'll see what he is. He does have an opportunity to do well. He plays in a weak division, so we'll see. Between Cam Ward, yeah. Let's have a weaker division. Yeah, because if you look at the other two teams outside of the Texans and Titans, there's only competition is really whoever wins between AR and Daniel Jones, and then basically the Jaguars with Trevor Lawrence. We know Trevor Lawrence is he's inconsistent for me to take seriously. He's also another Daniel Jones with long hair. So it's crazy they're both in the same division now, and they play each other twice a year. But yeah, it's really between. It's basically CJ Stroud division to lose with that South division. Oh, they're previewing the intro right now for Sunday Night Football. I will be doing that game too. That game I will be doing with Sunday Night Football. With the Bills and Ravens should be a good one. Oh yeah, they have Riley Leonard. He went to Duke as well. Riley Leonard also went to Duke with Daniel Jones, ironically, and they're in the same quarterback room now. Both Duke quarterbacks now, so yeah. All right, third quarter started. I got a feeling though Daniel Jones will win that quarterback one over there, but we'll see. I'm under the assumption he's going to win. Anyways, returning down at the 43. Well, Howard should have started. For the Steelers, Aaron Rodgers is an ass. Ace ass. First up, I don't know why they get rid of Russell, though. The bigger question over in the Steelers. If they were going to do all these moves to trade for DK Metcalf and they traded away George Pickens. And also traded back for Minkah Fitzpatrick over there back to where he started. They traded him over back to Miami. Yeah, you saw the guy with the Dallas jersey. Okay.
I don't care about the penalty on that play. Watch what we see here. Trey Lance with this read option play, and it's going to freeze the linebacker to that side.
Steelers went from Terry Bradshaw to Big Ben. They need that next quarterback. Yeah. At this point, you're not wrong. Yeah, the Steelers. We don't even know where they're going to go. Rodgers is just there for developmental purposes. With for Will Howard to sit behind, I guess, or unless they're gonna want to go get a guy like a Drew Aller or something, if they trade up, or they could look in free agency. There's also that. I don't know what the Steelers are gonna do at quarterback, but we'll see if they're gonna go after their next franchise guy. And keep in mind, I think we can, Kenny. Not the first game, though, but probably the final game because they might be resting their starters, or we might get a freebie final Week 18 win when they're resting their guys if they're in the playoff contention. Or we're both competing for a draft spot, but yeah. We might win that final game against Dallas at MetLife. That's really it. In the-
Trey Lance really has shown such improvement over what I've seen in the past. And in particular, when we
And
asked him, what are you
the only team I could see is getting swept by are the Eagles. That's it, for obvious reasons. And then I think we can split with the Commanders and split with the Cowboys more. We have a better chance of splitting with them compared to the Eagles.
and then zip one in there for the touchdown against the all-out blitz that he saw. Good
That's how I look at it.
throw, tremendous half for Trey Lance.
Anyways, Trey Lance is still in, I see.
17 twisting for him. Jump front. Checking it out. Gets it to the 28-yard line. About 5 shy of the first down. He was
Oh, okay, Kenny.
as the Chargers toured.
Yeah, that last game of the year, you versus Dallas, it's a matter of whether Dallas wants to win the game or they're resting their if they're in contention already if they're already in the playoffs.
It's so important, I think, more than anything, is to continue momentum, right? If a player like that with his skill set, and we were talking about it,
Well, yeah, we'll have to see though.
now we can throw the ball like that.
I think the NFC East will be a lot closer though than people think because it's a really competitive division, and they're also playing the same exact schedule, besides division placement opponents. Wow, what the hell was that special teams from Detroit? God damn, he's definitely getting cut though. Whoever that guy bobbled it like that, that looked horrible. That looked horrible. I'm not kidding. Look at that shit. Right off his fingers. Had the ball in the air. He couldn't snatch it away, and it got knocked away. And the Chargers recover inside the 5. Whoever bobbled that is definitely getting cut. That game's 50-50, though, Chicago. Depends on where both teams are at that point of the career. No, at the season. That game could be 50-50, but Chicago might have a slight edge. Only because it's in Chicago, they might have a slight edge. But it all depends on... But also, Chicago does have a weakness with their offensive line till proven. I mean, they did spend a lot of money for that offensive line position, so it all depends on how their O-line plays. That's how Chicago will be. Defense, though, they have a really good secondary, so they're not to take lightly. The offensive line's still questionable. They have decent linebackers, but yeah, they're practically middle of the pack defense the Bears have, in my opinion. They just need another guy at pass rush outside of Montez Sweat to emerge. So that's really about it. That way I look at it with the Bears. And also, there are development. Also, we don't know what they're going to look like with Ben Johnson too. So it's a different system they're learning now. And also, Caleb, having potentially a sophomore slump or not, it all depends on him really. Now that they gave him an offensive line to work with, and also drafted him another receiver and tight end to work with, so he really has no excuse or margin for error really, since they're putting a lot of skill positions around him. We'll see though. They added a lot of skill positions for the Caleb with Loveland, and he has Cole Kmet on the other opposite end, and then you have a really good run game with they have a run game too, and they also have that 1-2 punch at receiver. We'll see how Rome emerges, but Luther Burden depends on him. I heard he had a lot of disciplinary issues. He got chewed out, so he might need to get his personality in check if he wants to merge himself. But they obviously have their number one with DJ Moore. They paid him, so he's going to have to play up to his money's worth. Let me look at the Bears. And chip shot field goal, 24-7. Yeah, they do need the running backs to play well. Like, I think who's their starting running back? Dante Foreman? I know they drafted that Rutgers guy, like the Manon guy, who was also on my list that I wanted if we didn't get Seattle. I had Manon guy on my list who probably might be a steal for them. Ian Wheeler. Yeah, DeAndre Swift's over there, yeah. They have DeAndre Swift, but he's been here and there 50-50. Roshan Johnson I really liked as well for the Chicago Bears, so there's also a decent two back. And then Manangai was a guy I wanted in the draft, so we'll see how he pans out. Who was the person that actually he said was mad that he got reprimanded? He said that he said that he needs to keep him focused. Yeah, obviously that's why I guess he was pretty sloppy. Oh, you're using voice to text. No wonder I was having a hard time reading that. I was trying my hardest. Never mind. Oh, it wasn't Luther Burden. It was somebody else, I guess, then. But either way, they drafted a lot of skill positions in O-line for Caleb to work with. So, yeah. Realistically, in my opinion, he doesn't have that much of a longer leash to work on. He's really on a short leash, in my opinion, with the skill positions and money they're investing in him. And also, not to mention, they gave their GM Ryan Poles an extension, so it's their hill to die on. But I think we're on a more shorter leash because obviously Shane and Dable are trying to save their jobs. Only way they're going to save their jobs is if we make the playoffs with Russ somehow, and then if not, Jackson Dart pans out the last couple of games of BR. That's the only way I could see them saving their jobs. But we'll see. It's a lot of unanswered questions coming into this year. But yeah, it was Luther Burden. He got chewed out. Oh, they're interviewing Eddie Hutchinson right now.
It's been a long time without football in my life, and camp's been fun so far. But I can't wait for that in Lambeau. It's gonna be electric, man. It's been a long.
He's talking about that game in week 1. I will also be doing that game week 1, his return game in Lambeau. I will be doing the Lions and Packers right after the Commanders and Giants. So yeah, tune in for that. All right, ball at the 35. Play action. Spin move. Hendon Hooker's in, by the way. There we go, Hendon Hooker.
So electric, and with what the offense was doing, what you were doing on the defensive side, it was like just pencil the Lions into the Super Bowl here at this point, and then it happened. And can you take us through the emotions of having that kind of start and then having to deal with the injury that you got?
Yeah, it's. I feel like my first few years in the league, I started to get hot at the end of the season, and then year three, I was coming in and had that electric start that I had, and getting taken out of that season, that 15-win season. It's like it was hard. It was hard watching those games. Mentally,
oh wow. Uh-oh. Kenny. Crazy Juice. You know who's here? Uh-oh. 1994. And the VHS tape. He's here. In memory.
So many times when you get good interior pressure, it gives you a chance. Of course, McNeil's been your friend for a long time. And now you've got Tyleik Williams, who is the top draft pick from this year. Tell us what you see from him, because if that defensive line that was so decimated adds yet another weapon, you guys could be really something up front this year.
Well, I'll tell you what, even in camp, I look around at our defense, and you have that confidence, and you're like, I think we could be special this year. As long as we all stay healthy, we all stay on this field. And Tyleik's been great. He's got all the tools. And it's just that's a rookie.
Oh, there it is. Jim El Coño. Good luck with Jimmy G. Stafford already done for the count. Oh, damn.
Also, I know that he's kind of got that tunnel vision rookie, but I'm also trying to lift him up and, get him going as soon as we can as we forward to the Packers.
We have a punt coming up here so quick.
Sabo hit. Jim El Coño. Good luck with Jittery G. Yeah, Jimmy G. You mean Jittery G or James Garoppolo? Not Jimmy James.
It's been a pleasure. I'll tell you that. It's a lot of passion from Jim and Dan, and we all three of us, we all love the game of football, and that's what we all share.
Can't wait to see if on the field. Stay healthy.
YTC, you like broccoli? I ate it alive. It keeps me full for a long time. I don't mind broccoli on the side. I mean, vegetables I can have, but no, for me it's protein. I mostly go with a protein, but I didn't lose or gain weight this week so far. I ate maintenance for the entire week so far because this Jersey weather fucked up my work schedule because of the 3 heat waves that happened. I didn't want to risk getting a heat stroke again, and then today and then tomorrow's supposed to rain, so I'm kind of screwed with my workout schedule. Saturday I'm going to a friend's house. I'm gonna definitely get a workout before I go to my friend's house before I eat a lot of junk food, and then Sunday I'm gonna get back to working out. So yeah, I've been eating practically maintenance. Try not to go over slightly. I still track my food so I don't go over obsessively with maintenance. So in that regard, yeah, I try to keep track of my food. I don't mind broccoli either. So in that regard, yeah, it helps me out with the dieting, but for sure I wouldn't mind. More of a protein guy, obviously, but yeah. I try to eat around 100 to 120 grams of protein or more. Just me, because when you lose weight, you lose muscle and also body mass. That's not water, and it's mud. You don't want to lose that. So protein basically negates half of the effects. So that way you don't look like a malnourished child from a third world country if you're losing the weight. That's what works for me. You mean your brother, Chad? I don't live in the West Coast. It's my Rams brother, Kenny Rams. Oh, damn. The great Stafford, greater than 31 quarterbacks. Dang, nobody touches Stafford in fantasy. Yep. I like avocado too. Have you tried? Oh yeah, I've tried avocado salad with ranch dip. I like to dip the avocado. I mean, I don't mind avocado, but I can't eat too much of the texture. Like I can eat like 1 or 2 normally, but I use like sour dip, like light amounts of sour dip, like a good 20 to under grams of sour dip, to mix it so I can eat it like a dip, basically, like I'm dipping avocado like chips. That's how I eat avocados too when it comes to avocado salad and mixing it with the salad. I use dressing on that buttermilk thing. I use slightly less amount of dressing so I don't go over my calories. I mean, I really worry about the calories because usually all the times I get my 1 hour workout, with my body weight, it burns a lot. So I can just practically eat within the deficit and still lose weight. Lose a good 1.5 to 2 pounds a week. So I remain consistent with getting a feel for these types of foods, tracking it with a food scale. So look at this, Jim. Rams greater than the not your grandpa Steelers. F the Rams. Now they're just going at it with Jim. Cabbage rolls. I like cabbage, yeah, but I like cabbage with like mixing with certain things. Oh, here comes Michael, the preacher known as Butters, according to Levi. He's here. So he said, "I see John Jay's brothers in the chat." He said John Jay's brother.
the stands taking pictures of the photos of down in these uniforms who live on those walls forever.
Inside run. You mentioned earlier with fullbacks, they had Tucker Fisk, who's a tight end, who plays some fullback, and then there's Scott Matlock. His story is great. He shows up on offense, he shows up on defense. Incredibly valuable tool on this team.
All over the place, and he's one of those really physical, as they call them, primeval kind of guys on this offense. Tucker Fisk, Scott Matlock, the two guys that, like they had in Baltimore, right? They just have hammers. They have guards back in the backfield that are lead blockers and pass protectors.
What's up, Michael? Chad saying what's up. That's
7-yard run has to do his fourth year out of Michigan. He's with Harbaugh, the Wolverines, for 4 years.
Can I tell you how much I love what Jim Harbaugh is doing right now? Harbaugh would have had any other coach would have taken the first half he got out of Trey Lance, right, and taken him out and let him have his moment, his perfect half. It was tremendous. Everybody's impressed. And what did he do? He went in and he said, "Oh, you think that was good? Let's see him do it again."
And he does here on the run, completing the pass to Haskins into Lions territory, 46-yard line. And that will be a first down. As we mentioned it earlier in the first half, Taylor Heineke, the veteran, is the other guy in the battles for the backup job.
But we're seeing a Trey Lance now that is looking poised, is looking confident, is making throws that we had not seen him make. And in fairness to him, he didn't play a lot of football in college. It was COVID years, there were issues, he didn't really get to play much in the NFL. And now he's finally 25, and as he put it, you know, it's the first time I've come to camp, and I'm not the young guy anymore, right? I'm just another football player, which I think has allowed him to focus a little bit more on what he needs to improve. And we've seen
Haskins, another one there.
what happened to the first Chad Jim ever getting a football fake football take right or GTA 6 releasing. Oh wow. He said what's more likely to happen in that regard. That's crazy. Rams 17-0, better than the 2025 Super Bowl champions at SoFi North Stadium. Called it SoFi North. The Rams are the Lions of the North. Stafford owns a trashy city in Chicago. Oh, wow, he's going after Michael's team now.
so we've got that same read option going to come out here now and watch the end of the line of scrimmage end up freezing because they've got to come in here and make sure he doesn't get there and now get outside. So you don't always have to run it, but you have to at least present it as a threat, and that's what they've done so far in this one.
On there, not setting the edge. Probably under 6 months.
Bobble the snap it. Lance. First down.
For the receiver, Jalen Johnson takes it very close to the first down, right around the 12-yard line.
The snap was snapped to the left a little bit.
All right. You want to know what's crazy? Matthew Stafford might be the best quarterback in Rams history. Well, it's between him and Kurt Warner, which is sad. So, yeah, go figure. Between him and Kurt Warner, if you think of it.
His eyes came up and he knew exactly where the receiver was. Got it to him quickly.
Well, he's actually, yeah, second or first, whatever you depend, next to Kurt Warner. So, yeah.
Rams
10-7. Oh, wow. I'm still pissed the Rams didn't run the damn ball. Y'all should have beaten the Eagles, so fuck y'all for that.
Obviously, the talent's be taken number 3 overall. You know the tools are there, and I think the Chargers love what they see. There is Taylor Heineke, the veteran.
Oh, Taylor Heineke still has a job? So he's going to go in the fourth quarter? Goddamn. Taylor Heineke has a job somehow. And he got it with the Chargers. Going deep. Couldn't snag it in. Number 27. Who's the dumb Bears fan? Ever heard of the Great Warner? Oh, wow. Did he catch that? Oh, he caught a touchdown. Don't tell me he caught that. Nah, he did not catch that. He did not catch that. Let me see. He called it a touchdown, but let me see where the footing is. Catch? No, that's not a touchdown. That ain't a touchdown. His other foot was out. That ain't a touchdown. That ain't a touchdown. The back of the heel, and also not to mention the left foot didn't go. That ain't a touchdown. Type 1 if Jim Everett gets pegged. Oh, wow. Rams are going to get booted from LA soon. 4th relocation coming, damn. Well, anyways, they're going to kick another field goal. Dicker here to kick it. Dicker the kicker. Easy chip shot. It should be 30-7. Yeah, he missed the kick earlier. Looks like my job is done. My job is done. This channel is for dumb football fans. Well, piss off, Jim Everett. We don't want you around anyways. You won't be missed anyways. You're just another NPC in the machine, buddy. Thanks for the algorithm, you little cunt. And plus, we know that's bullshit anyways. You'll be back. I typed my one with Ramelia out, and to the Weiner fans, 0-17. They're relocating to Vancouver. Oh, wow. So they're going to be the first Canadian team. I mean, second Canadian team if you count the Buffalo cock-off. Oh, Jordan Love got a commercial with Puka. Also, Puka, why did you cut your hair off? You lost your aura just cutting your hair off alone. Puka cut his hair off. He's fucking buzz cut. Watch him have a regression year now. That long hair is of magic power. He's about to regress now. Rams will be relocating to Sao Paulo, Brazil. They call him pussy. Yeah, you already know. All right.
Eric Allen, guys with the surname Allen going in the Hall of Fame. That all-pro season with Philadelphia, 6 Pro Bowls and 54 career interceptions. Part of his Hall of Fame resume was his with Derek Montero, James on the return here. He has 4,100. And here is Melissa.
Thanks, Mike. Allen, Hall of Fame. How does that sound?
Great rating, right? That's a great rating. Just kind of just ends a great playing career for me. I enjoy playing football. I love the game, and to be able to end it with one of my favorite teams, Raiders, the iconic man Al Davis, was just very fitting.
You told me that the late Reggie White was a big mentor for you. Can you just talk about your relationship and the impact it had?
Everybody kind of understands when it comes to the game of football, but off the field, I think Reggie was one of the best ever. And take his celebrity and it doesn't matter what community he was in, he was always a part of it. What makes it very special, you can always reach out and touch him. I thought that was very important. And more importantly, that his love and care for the folks who were downtrodden was very important.
You told me that the defining play of your career was the last play of the 1992 regular season against Washington. Why? Yeah, it's going to come after this play. Just talk us through it.
Yeah, because obviously, games are.
All right. To Detroit's mounting a comeback. They have the Chargers right where they want them. Oh, wow.
So I let my guy and go and make a play anything. So if Mark Rippon pulls that ball down the throat, the ball back, I'm toast. But it was just a belief of the preparation, film study, and kind of understanding.
All to 39.
That's pretty exciting. Now, I know your family is all here. Your son, Austin, is introducing you to the ceremony, the induction ceremony on Saturday. How special is it to share all of this with them?
Yeah, I think Austin's going to represent all the family, right? And being there to represent the children. He's been with day one, and it's a funny picture of me in the story of Charlotte at like 1995 or something like that. So it's just special to have, represent the family. They've given me so much support throughout my career and post-career. He's a great guy, and he's going to do a great job representing the family.
Well, congratulations. Enjoy every moment.
Yes, I have. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Mike?
Great to see Eric Allen going to the Pro Football Hall of Fame, Chris.
Yeah, 4 pick sixes when he was with the 93 Eagles in the go.
All right. Well, we'll see. They're at the 44 right now. Oh, this should be the final play of the third quarter right now, and they just ran it. 2nd and 8. Well, we'll end the quarter. It's fourth quarter coming up. Huh? This will be what the average Rams fan will look like by week 13. Anyways, I'll be right back. I gotta go to take a leak. Oh wow! All right, we're back for the fourth quarter. And this will be the guy what the average Niner fans will be looking like while leaving SoFi. Oh wow!
Phyllis George, she was working with me the first year. And of course, when I went to Northwestern, okay, so it was just these three of us that first year.
Going deep. Did he catch that? No, incomplete.
Please don't use -3 +7. I understand. Going back, I said, that's the meaning of gambling on football. And the Greek comes up with the checkboard, right? And the intangibles, it's always like to see which team got the intangibles, right? Here we are on Thursday night in July. I'm disappointed that you guys in the line. Turn it over one time. It's only into the Why you doing the Lions? I didn't grow up, I live there now. I get to see it firsthand. Exactly. I grew up with the Lions. I have the Lions in the
This new OC and DC for Detroit are doing their best. We'll see. Oh wow! Gabe Pax came. I totally forgot a game was on. Oh, he's short. Turnover on downs. Chargers take over. He couldn't get the first Hendon Hooker. I had a long day at work. I was counting the seconds to the start of this game. Yeah, I also worked as well. I just wanted to. I didn't really care too much about this game. I just wanted to get home and, I guess have it in the background, chill with you guys. It's, realistically, I thought it was going to be more of a hangout than an actual me just engaging with the chat and watching the game, but it is what it is. I'm not going to take it personally anyways. I mean, I'm just doing a hobby for me to pass time. I will be back for SummerSlam for night 2. I'm not doing night 1 because I'm going to a friend's over. My friend invited me over. I haven't caught up with him in a very long time. So night 1, I'm going to be over there, and I'll be back for night 2 over for SummerSlam and then do preseason next week. I'll do the first preseason game will be the Bengals and Eagles. Then it'll be the Commanders and Patriots, and then it'll be an afternoon game with the Giants, and the first game for the Giants against the Buffalo in Buffalo. So those are the first 3 games I'm doing for the preseason week 1. I'm not doing that many preseason games. I think I counted it down to like a few 7 games or something like that. A few games like 7 to 10, somewhere around there. I'm not doing that much preseason compared to last year. I will do some few though, but yeah. Even though it sucks. yeah, after this game's over, I'm just gonna go ahead and just get editing. Anyways, I gotta set up for those streams. I think a lot of people forgot this game was on. Honestly, I think so too, man. Because it's in late July instead of it's literally the final day of July. This game comes on instead of your regular game in August. Yeah, I figured. But tomorrow will be in a few hours. It'll be technically August. So yeah, go figure. It'll be August 1st in a few hours in the East Coast, where I'm at. So yeah. I also will do Clash at Paris as well, so I got to set up for that stream too. Yeah, I seen your comment, Apex. I'm not reading every single comment. I'm not reading every single. But anyways, yeah, I got to do Clash at the Castle. That's the next pay-per-view after for wrestling. It's probably going to be late August. Clash at Paris, and I think that'll end it before the NFL season. So that's a good pay-per-view to start off before week 1. I think it's the Saturday leading up to week 1 in September. So yeah, the NFL. So there's that. I almost got my graphics done though. I got my Pick'em graphics ready, and I got my scoreboards. I just have to test them out throughout the month of August pretty soon. I'm gonna pay for that StreamYard plan by not this week, probably around past August 9th or 11th, somewhere around that day. I'm gonna pay for my StreamYard plan, not StreamYard, my Restream, test it out, and then go ahead and confirm it for week 1. I got my graphics ready and everything, so that's about it. I gotta get everything ready for week 1, so I got a lot on my plate for editing and also work. So August is going to be a very busy month for me. I have work and obviously paying bills and editing, so my time is scarce and crucial this coming month before the NFL season. I'll even during the NFL season, it might be that way depending. But once I know the graphics work, that's all that matters. I'll be ready for week 1 and so on throughout the whole year. Only way I'm doing the playoffs is if the Giants make it somehow. That's it. But after that, no promises. After January, I'm off, yeah. Unless we make the playoffs. Snap here.
And Dan, I want to get your best Brent story.
Well, I know I speak for millions of Brent fans around the world. And of course, the famous movie, The Waterboy, which we're still waiting for our nomination for the Oscar. When I say the immortal words of "Shut up, Brent."
That's it.
The best. Listen, I gotta follow up my bad.
Yes, go ahead.
We were working with Adam Sandler on Waterboy, and I asked for a script, and he said, "No, you and Dan just have like into a football game." So Brent got carried away like he does. I'm rambling off, and Fox goes, "Shut up, Brent." And I figured that's how I cut it. It winds up in a movie, and now my wife says it all the time. My wife says, "Shut up."
All right, touchback.
It's an honor to sit next to you. You are inspiration for so many of us. Glad you get this honor. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Great to be with you. And your partners there.
All right, another commercial break. 12 minutes to go. All right.
come to the spotlight. But there is some gravy to be had. I always seem to get primo parking. But you don't have to be a VIP to get ordered your savings with Geico. Every customer gets tip-top service with 24/7 fast, friendly claim support.
I never do this, but can I get a picture?
Yeah, it's not like you run into animal celebrities every day.
Stop. It's just the call. Stop.
Stand corrected.
I literally never do this.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
All right.
I hate to show this year. It's quite amazing. Genuine travel. I saw literally is explosive.
What's gonna happen today?
I want you to walk out there with your heads held high.
America's Got Talent. Tuesday on NBC and Peacock. Earlier today, the building of a new KeyBank Center at the Pro Football Hall of Fame was announced. It's a new 19,000.
Well, Detroit finna be trash. It's preseason. They're not starting anybody. It's preseason.
Is set to host events during Enshrinement Weekend in a couple of years in 2027. That announced today. Looking forward to that. Now the road. 27-7. Chargers on top. Lions have turned it over 4 times. Coupled by Kyle Allen, the quarterback, interceptions. Hendon Hooker has been in here for the last couple of drives. Completion to this 4-10 handoff to Jabari Small.
Oh, fumble. But he got on top of it. All right. Those are dope facilities.
Terrific career at first Virginia Tech, then Tennessee. Tears his ACL. Lions take a bit of a surprise in the third round. Has not played much in what is now his 3rd season.
He was telling us that in college he played about 10% of his snaps under center. High school about 30%, but it's such a big part of the Detroit Lions offense because of the way they run the football, right? I mean, we've seen them throwing quite a bit out here, but if the Detroit Lions are going to be what we're used to with Ben Johnson and this offense, it is all going to start with the running game. So you get your quarterback under center, many more options for Jared Goff and company to be able to run all the plays that they've been running, and it's just a question, honestly, can Hendon Hooker fit into that? You know, we talked about
I wonder how Detroit would perform this year, especially since their center retired. Yeah, that other guy. Yeah, you're right. He did retire. Should be an interesting challenge.
And that's right, and that's what he did in college. He went to see the.
I still got Detroit winning that division, though. Too much of a question mark with Minnesota with their quarterback situation, and also the Packers are the Packers too. I think they'll be second right behind them. They'll be a wild card team. I got Detroit winning that division for now.
How many reps can he get in the preseason here to try and just catch him up to that system?
Small on the ground. Hooker was the number 2 quarterback last year, and then when the Lions got to the playoffs, Teddy Bridgewater, who was coaching down in South Florida in high school football, came up on the roster at the end, and he was the backup quarterback and actually came in when Goff got injured in the playoff loss to Washington at Ford Field. So the story here is now year 3, second full year after he rehabbed the injury. Hooker showed the development to be a solid number 2 behind Goff. He is engulfed here and will be sacked. Lost a couple of yards on that one. Teron Edwards in there along with Caleb Murphy.
In a perfect world, is Hooker dips underneath the defender here, he would straighten back up and see if he can make a throw. You can see he never really got a chance to get reset and make that throw. But one of the things that I'm excited about with this Detroit Lions offense, and they have a lot of great stuff anyway, is the fact that we now know that Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be playing a lot at the same time as David Montgomery. A season ago, they had 11 snaps together on the field at the same time. So you're talking about a lot more offense out there to go along with Amon-Ra St. Brown and
Yeah, I got 12 wins for Detroit. I got them winning the division again.
So this is an offense that I
they're still slightly better than the Packers. Packers are right behind them, but not by that much. But I still got Detroit by a slight edge. It's going to be between Green Bay and Detroit. Vikings, I still have to see how J.J. McCarthy turns out, and also the Bears are the Bears, so proven otherwise. It's a really stacked division, the North. If J.J. McCarthy pans out, then that's a really stacked division up in the North.
Preseason tour of America has rolled on. Summer tour Premier League. Chicago, this is coming into the bench camp at Palace Hall. Manchester United on Wednesday. Crisscrossing football. Nice. The pitch to the 35-yard line. Naeem is pushed out of bounds. Got the toss from DJ Uyangole, who's in it.
Oh, DJ Uyangole. Oh, they got DJ from Florida? They got DJ from Florida State.
We saw him in the game of all games. A big battle with number one Clemson at Notre Dame. He had a fabulous game filling in for Trevor Lawrence. Chris, I remember walking out of that stadium that night with Tony Dungy thinking, this guy's can't miss prospect. Didn't go for him as well towards the end of college, and now here he is in the NFL. Opportunity to prove it on this Chargers roster. Inside run for us on Haskins, takes it to the 46 reflective.
Offside. Defense number 53. Penalty decline. Jump to play. First down.
He's a massive guy. He really is. And when you watch him throw the ball on the field, it was every bit the velocity. I thought Trey Lance was a little bit crisper with the throws, a little more accurate.
You mean pregame tonight?
Just pregame tonight. Yeah, but Uyangole clearly has.
I got the Packers winning the North. All right.
I think the whole experience with Florida State was kind of tough. You know, he went from, it looked like his career was really going to emerge, but he was in Clemson and they were playing well and he was making big plays. So I think that, one more time, we're talking about can Jim Harbaugh and Greg Roman get another young, athletic quarterback ready. And I don't know if they can or not, but the odds are probably better with this team and this coaching staff because of their history of doing it than it would be with somebody else.
Nice looking throw there. Brendan Rice.
Oh, he can sizzle it. He can throw it. I mean, these quarterbacks now are so big. You go down on the field and you look at them, and they're just the presence of those guys. You have to be to survive in this league.
Minnesota and quarterback will be fighting for second place. Oh, in Green Bay. Plus, never mind, I read it wrong. About 7 minutes to go so far. This game should be almost over, and then I'll wrap up and then set up the streams for preseason. I'll set up the week 1 streams once I pay for the StreamYard. Not StreamYard, the Restream plan. I'll go ahead and pay it and then get the thumbnail removed from Restream. I already have the thumbnails done. I just need to get the payment by next week.
Showing with the turnover short fields, the score looks a little bit different than maybe it would have if the Chargers had longer fields to go, but it will be something to build on for Kelvin Shepard, the new defensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions. Aaron Glenn, who was the defensive coordinator, is now the Jets head coach. And there is Shepard. Learn how to cover his mouth and call the plays now.
I'm going to tell you, there's a couple of guys you get on the phone and get ready for these games, and they kind of get you fired up. Kelvin Shepard's one of those guys, and he's so young. He's only, 7 years removed from the field itself.
What's up, John? Oh, PI. 6 minutes to go.
He's 37 years old.
Pass interference. Defense number 17. Spot foul. Automatic first down.
But Aaron Glenn was the defensive coordinator. And already a couple of years ago, you started seeing the writing on the wall. He was getting interviews. Eventually, they knew he was going to get a head coaching job, and he did. But 2 years ago, Dan Campbell came to Aaron Glenn and said, look, we've got to start getting this guy, Kelvin Shepard, ready to be a coordinator. So they started putting more assignments on him. They let him get up in front of the team, do installs on him. And he was the guy that then was given the game plan on first and second down. And they just kept playing add-on because they knew eventually they were going to have to make a change. And Dan Campbell, I think, had already made up his mind.
Fidel, the inside run to the chair, but this is a good point by Aaron Glenn. He had 14 different interviews, couple with the same team, different years, with 14 interviews. So Dan Campbell knew we had to find somebody, and it's so great when it's a guy in-house, you keep the continuity going.
And Aaron Glenn had an interest in taking him as well, right? And no big surprise there. And as a matter of fact, Ben Johnson talked about it.
Well, that's a good sign that he's a good candidate,
Yeah,
right?
and both of those guys said, look, we both want you, but Dan's never letting you go. And
Well, it looks like we're not unks after all, according to this Detroit guy. Unks are ages 36 and 44, and big bros are ages 26 to 35. So guess what, John? You weren't a grandpa after all, according to Awesome Kid. We were just big bros the whole time. Unk status, it says 36 to 44. OG's 45 to 55, and an old head 56 plus. So we were wrong the entire time.
well, the biggest thing I think is that they're going to be better in the secondary. I thought they really came up short with injuries at the end of the season.
Yeah, I am. Night 2, yeah, I will, John. Night 2, not night 1, because I'm going to a friend's house. I got invited to a party, so I'm going to watch SummerSlam over there with a bunch of friends I got to catch up with. Night 2 I will be doing on Sunday. Going to a party on Saturday. Hopefully, conversate with the ladies, potentially. I got my friends through connections that, know a bunch of ladies, and then I also have my friends I got to catch up on, obviously. I'm about to go have me a good time this Saturday. So, yeah. We'll see. I might actually go touch grass. Cough, cough, Michael. Cough, cough. Touchdown, Chargers, garbage time. Vidal again. He got a second touchdown, I see. All he's making in this case, Vidal. Apple Chargers, 34-7 now.
Going the other way. This game means nothing. I hate to say it that way, but it means something to the players. Right. But as far as evaluating what the Detroit Lions are going to be, these aren't the guys. Right?
The Harbaugh effect, Kenny. You're not wrong. Who's to say that didn't happen already, Apex? That been happened already. How old I am? 26? 8 years ago. That shit been happened. I'm older than Mike, and it already happened 8 years ago.
With less pain and swelling from active psoriatic arthritis, imagine being a million miles away. With Tremfya, less joint pain, stiffness, and swelling is possible. Some patients even felt less fatigued. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. There was a tree out in the woods, the prettiest tree that you ever did see. Now the tree has roots that need water to grow. Good jobs, good skills, make the whole world go. Oh, make the green grass grow all around, make the green grass grow all around.
At JP Morgan Chase, the investments we make help make businesses happen. They make jobs happen. They make communities happen. Together, we make momentum happen.
This is so
Go through the style quiz. What is your fit? What's your style?
It's upon you to decide how much you're spending.
There's no subscription. If I look good, I feel good. The Stitch Fix does that for me.
Stitch Fix, online personal styling for everyone.
It is time for football. Holy smokes. I love y'all.
The Premier League is back. It's now time. It's only 70 jobs listed. August 15th on USA. And then Manchester United versus Arsenal. August 17th on NBC and Peacock. The Premier League. August 15th and 17th. You're welcome.
Earlier tonight, Pro Football Hall of Fame presented Chris Spielman with a $25,054 donation to the Stephanie Spielman Fund for Breast Cancer Research, which has raised more than $26 million in the fight against breast cancer.
We all know YTC can get all the New Jersey, New York, and even Philly ladies. I mean, John, with the Philly ladies, I mean, that's practically going to be their only ring they're going to get afterwards anyways, unless they weren't an Eagles fan till now. They're not getting another ring. So, yeah.
James, final couple of minutes and two entertaining head coaches we're seeing here tonight.
Like Moses, over the dialing, I missed that.
On God, I thought you was a white version at first. I've been lost my shit at 18, and I guess I'm mixed if you think of it. Yeah, my father's side's the Italian side, and my mother's mostly the Hispanic Ecuadorian side. So yeah, I got more of those genetics. But yeah. Oh wow, the yummiest ladies live on Washington Heights. I mean, I could if I wanted to, but I like self-respect anyways. As long as she doesn't rep the Eagles, I won't. But I doubt that. It's like finding a needle in a haystack. And secondly, I have self-respect, so I mean, if I like a girl, I like a girl. If I don't, then I'm not gonna push the I'm not gonna force love, or I'm not gonna push it anyways. So I've had a lot of self-respect recently, and in the last couple of years for myself to easily fall head over heels with women, especially from previous experience. I'm not gonna make the same mistake. So I'm a bit more skeptical, and I'm a bit more self-respect and self-preserved about myself than just throw myself out there to any random woman that shows any slight attention. I'm not that attention starved, so no. You're not wrong, and they also don't know where the Bay Area is, Kenny. They couldn't even point it on the map. But I mean, it depends which part of Jersey you go find the girls anyways. New York, apparently, we're top 5 worst in dating, and I don't blame them because of all the Europeans that come through and also the people from the boroughs that make it look bad. So, yeah, and also because dating made them a lot superficial, and plus I'm in a very more liberal state where those types of people and, come from those backgrounds are more like that, so they're a bit more picky and superficial. So, a guy like me doesn't, go for girls like them anyways. So I don't go for picky women anyways. I'm not gonna put myself as an option before anyways. Either you like me or you don't. There's no in between. I'm not giving them any middle ground for them to sit contently on. So it's no in between with me, and that's something a lot of them like to do. So I'm not gonna push myself out there. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, I'm just gonna move along. At least I win in the long game anyways. Either the relationship works or I get closure. That's how I look at it now. I don't look at it as a middle ground no more. Colonial as fuck. Philly and Boston are the worst cities. I mean, that's why New York gets a bad rep for dating because of like I said, the liberals, the people that come from that are not from New York, since New York is definitely a liberal blue state, and they have that kind of mindset where a lot of people from around the country and also along the United States from those big other towns come over here to find opportunity and be more superficial and more yeah, but definitely more superficial and more open to a lot of things that a traditional relationship would not have constraints towards. Me, I'm a traditionalist. I grew up in a conservative traditionalist mindset with an Hispanic household. So for me, I like my woman traditional, like in terms of being the nurturer and the house taker, while I'm the provider in the relationship as a man. So that's how I was taught by my father, and that's how I'm probably going to teach my own kids, anyways, with the individuality that I wish I had mostly. So yeah. I like girls who are dumb, so yeah, Republicans. No, that's my thing with dating, though, Kenny. A lot of these dumb girls want a finished product, but don't want to put in the work to get a product, because a relationship is supposed to be a mutual understanding of each other's happiness and love, basically being shared upon. You can't rely on the other to unpack your baggage. You're either going to trip on it, you're going to either way trip on it and hurt yourself trying to help them unpack it anyways, if there's too much baggage for you to help on. So in that regard, it hurts you in the long term. And somebody on TikTok compared a relationship to helping a helpless bird. The moment you help a helpless bird, like it's injured, its wings are clipped down, and you basically nurture it back to health, the moment it gets any chance to leave, they'll leave out of nowhere, and they'll just leave you broken, basically. If you try to fix broken people, they end up taking whatever you have for you, and then they'll leave you broken in most cases. So that's why I don't try to bother the majority of the time. I don't want to overextend my hand, and then I end up getting broken in the process and losing myself. It's not worth it. So that's why I'm a bit more pragmatic and skeptical with relationships moving forward. Anyways, a minute 44 left. This thing should be almost over. I'll let it run to the last seconds anyways, and I'll end it from here. And I got to schedule those streams. It was a good talk though about relationships. I enjoyed this talk. Not going to lie. Passing these last 5 minutes with just talking about, modern dating. So yeah, I've enjoyed it. Yeah, we were just talking, John. I was talking about from my experience with how I see women now and how I'm a bit more skeptical and pragmatic with them now. So yeah, I've grown a lot of self-respect in recent years, so that's kind of why I'm a bit skeptical with that. But anyways, let me read this before I wrap the stream. They just kneeled it right now. The Chargers are kneeling this game away, so I'm just gonna go ahead and read this final comments before I end the stream. All right, that should do it. But let me read this. Girls are too fragile. I'm a bull in a china shop, so I'd rather just stay single. If I had a kid, I would get a second job just to put him in boarding school. I'd rather go bowling. You're not wrong. It's not worth losing your self-respect and identity, to not be, seen as an equal in a relationship. So that's how I'll end it in that regard. And I'm going to preserve myself and my peace. I'm not compromising anything. So anyways, that's how I'm going to wrap it here. And looks like the Chargers just got a 34-7 blowout win with this final kneel down. You guys have a good